2023 enewuko na obubu obusume na ewumi ne da etoso enwotwe afi MP no aduonu miensa mamsa bodonko apa ho meeti eye edu enkron be manti dwumadie ne de bremo na dwumadie mi amidi ho chia me yefra me ADAKABRI mamudu osioma ai me wa fasi baby ananida hwemanim na ja baby ahwe
say o tenetene so
fine tenetene sa wo so
sister no
sister bi tenetene sa wo so na tumunya hye wonto ohuni
wa wakra
jana de scholarship so kra de amomi enya ho adwuma kakre we de timi ma be ma scholarship se ma wangu na ma ho nyina ye
se we me ne wasem me ni asa on ne me wasem
ofrejusu akyeremade na jusufo ma akyeremade fo no de ejiso kukubusa me amehima eye na ya santoa na ya santoa awie bia wo bia me chia ai muso hima fefe ohima papa bi ohima se won ohima no a uko bia timi bonetini na ya santoa nya nkropo twedi ampo onhyira bia wo bia ejiso akyeremade fo me
oh ne kaki esen nsano
na wo bitimi ato ho petrol
sana me se ne kaki esen nsano se ne wa ho
na jutufo ma so timi slay queens one grind
we on ka slay queens no ho we do your queen slay nka ho
me ofasi ma jero sajman na wo bo mi chidom temani mu hase na production no panyin ko joda me ado ene sire na aso majere no aso na bo ni chidom ne hyehye bibia na ku efriye wono so service mrante kware me no abra frema bankro woni nana yaw safo omo so de technical production no esi omo na aso aku omo de edi dwuma papa bi pero social media handles omo behwese bibia ebekoso toten ede ama yene eno achi no so na yede aseda so ma engineering team no no so ede na eye achu agbo worker ngwati akwa na jare na aboaje ada sankroma so da nyina esa mrane se simpro afi ye de aseda ede ama facilities group no so no big solo ena dada ena yaw Godfrey your friend Yubrana ena Sami ena Mapuna ena DJ Bosco na Mills nso ya sanmrane se tete na bibia timi akoyie ede ama yen yetena se a na de woman se enne chicha kakra so ho enti chicha kakra na various newspapers no so no na animu nsem pampen no Jerry's Choice newspapers no Jerry's Choice ediaja ono achusu ba na me manu atotumbi enti Jerry's Choice na eno so ye de ahwe ti abra me so ya mun create that little segment no on newspapers no review of it in the afternoon no ye Jerry's Choice internet just me nka ho ono ne choose papers enti me de ja ono de ba na me makabi enti we nya me choice enti na ye mfa ne sa na Jerry's Choice na face so interview kakra so be miensa bi ebehwe se the interview no so be siako afa eno so ebeko na afi no amaleba ne nana k eso be ba betena se na yadwendwene ensem ho blue economy woti ase san na chema generate na onka bi nhemu na kwasi pride kwa me check it blue economy na msi nipa etu odwene no Ojene no
economist fuyi na wo mo ni blue ni we
ojene no
ya de ni say ya mi o ya didi
oba kwa me ya de pa afedi na kwa me the definition UN de aba no de World Bank de aba no de
definition of blue economy
hey Jack Toronto angwezi awie baby ha obi amechia why na okanaboko no ka hausa kasa bi fremu unto no tena tamale enti oka hausa kasa bi frame war na we dem say wallahi ti asaba ejactor unto oka enti eno ene ye behwe song na o say enura Ghanaian Times e kan say Dr. Bawumia harnessing the resources of the ocean na ye hwe emo a ebetimi aboa o man no answer na make catch benefits no say on focus on nsema Dr. Bawumia ka de be ye yam o man no ye hwe ne be ka political leaders on say nura graphic anim or say 3 aspirants later boot economic issues key decider analyst so say economic issues and what are we talking about on say John Dramani Mahama oni ayeti for akosia nti going forward na yadwene akọ ede pa na omu nyina wo mu ka ebetimi aboa yen eja se ba bia ye duro na ade no ma bi etwitwa kom okay nti eno a che ye hwe chicha no so no wonana dwonkofo ne yire no so ma Teresa ni program na ba beduro yeni program na the associate ben say enne 7th it be share free enne 8 so ha it be share say free 15th busumia until next week
okay
and the 15th better be Wednesday and 15th for Wednesday
and the week
yeah and share say enti o say the invitation now the Abramiano, but the family of Excellency Theresa Abakufo, former First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, welcomes you to join them in celebration of her life and memory. Funeral arrangements are as follows. Or say Requiem Mass, November 15, 2023, Christ the King Catholic Church, Cantonments, Accra, 6 p.m. And then state funeral, November 16, 2023, forecourt of the State House, Accra. Or say filing past and viewing, 7 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. The room and 7 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. filing past and viewing. And burial mass and also 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I just say Yababa mass and the amano. A final funeral rites, November 18, 2023, at the Heroes Park, Kumasi, from 12 noon, 12 p.m. Ekono. Na adia chen kwasi ada no a Thanksgiving service, November 19, 2023, St. Peter's Basilica, Kumasi, 10 a.m. Inti ya wada ene memene dano State House ene Heroes Park no atade e be hye no tuntum kuntunkuni anasa atade tuntum to ho no ena kwasi ada no enase asore no so black and white to ho inti Teresa Kufuor wukuada ebe ene na wotwe no anwumre no nsia ena Christ the King, sorry, our cantonments opposite the Flagstaff House. Was a Christ the King room, sorry, no hormono, and Numreno, and Yebeka Quay, Requiem Mass, at the Ama no, na Requiem Mass, ye the Manua, a Numreno Siano. Ya dear chair, Anopanun Sia, Ecusi, Anopa, a dear chair, Anopanon son, Ecusu, and no watche, Apalmiti, Adrianai, Enum. Just 7 a.m. quarter to 9 and yina be kwa kutware ho na ye de last respect no so akwa mano so na ye wi ya ba be mass no 9 a.m. kusi 11 a.m. At the forecourt of the State House assembly ye wi private burial so na hase na mechipu bibi in as rebusuafo no enti private burial na e be konti yakwa ye yes, Yabeka konum sikasano. So no, and I say no, Heroes Park, Kumasi. Heroes Park. We are dumi no premo toa, de kopim no nunsia. So no, nothing no, adia chia, yakwa sorry de mo Roma kesim, Roman Hill. Na yakwa akwa kwentino. De eda ho no. Na abedre, just so see nyina ayeboa. So no. And we can nature say titiri wo ebeba na side attraction no se kotoko hene de ono ana ne de eja unzi kumase yoko hene ena ne ba ene ajekum kofo so hono eti kumase yoko hene no onse otumfo soso oya yokoni so hono nti ayokofo no na enya enti seba ne kese esi ayokofo no na so so hono enti ayokofo no behwe amana ne side attraction no wo hene kese a wo befiri yene ebeba kese wo betutu atuo okumase so wo hene kese betutu atuo yi enkra ha no tutu atuo a IGP woda wona na akwaye asembi oho na we de kumase de obade a na yama prosper nyina pe ba bia tena so hono na wo hene kese atuo beba betutu ofiri yene enti odru ayi a ofin so a na wasi na fi wati ponkoso
no odi abewura kumase
wati obefiri wo fin so atena ponkoso abewura kumase na etu a wo hene kese afiri yene obeba betutu kumase ye no na chesum se no wo wie so a wo beji ho achinyi so a wo behunu se wowa pa ebeji kumase aboso
sa
ayi a wo ba be ye papa jonkofo no enya yikitua dagomafo no be kire pa de dagomafo na kire no so no mosifo so ebeye bi pa hwe na de ka asesa akwa enti adesrede na mesre busua no so oba na busua no unse se ye burial mass ni wia by 11 am no so mbewie enti unse o ka se private burial nipa no so no omu bekwa akosie no be ma no krum ni krum no bekwa akosie no da na me de ma so da fo ma mete no enti kosie no be ma no krum a e ba bo se be bibi so yesi ye do yira koto ba bia wo da ye do bekwa akoto so
enti na
ye do yire akoto ba bia da ye do bekwa akoto e ma wo yire ni di kan akotwen o
na just we botai ne say wo mo pese wo mo nyina no wo nsi ho mo ba bi fa
but e baby bibi o say do yira koto ba bi twen wo say
and then wo ho na e ma memories
sa
e ma memories
say hana me ba beda
yeah kai sa
but just see at one me ya twi adwene si so say ye wo nipa ye wu obi sie yen o ye dwene ho sa
I was at the other time go beside
so
say ani adwon ho was ade ne de owo no
that's a boy
that's a boy obeko nti yen sha dan nwen ho
na owumafo no
ukwa say obi so nsie wa na say owu mu no ukọ nti wo kra
na ye de wo yire koto wa atwen ho ama hu say menni me so me kura mo fa me koto me yire ne nchen na hwan na be hwa me ye de wakoto yire ne nchen
say
abusuafo o so na obi abusua na abusua nyina na ya na wawu ama abusua sa ana abusua panyine dodo sen na pe abusua be yi wayi
say and eduru ho a
eduru
ho a abusua panyin be friend
mrantie ne maba wa asisue no omu dodo sen na adwene se ono obobra bi ama abusua no teze omu dodo sen na adwene se obobra ama abusua daache oni ho no mo a so ho enti we nti misram nyese daache bi ro ni ho so anafe na state ne beji aboso se oye former president nti yemfa no koto no kuro mu
no so unse no so wo na ba ne sana se di abusuan ne sere because
abusuan ne sere se
di bia bi wo ha because former president di dia state ne be capture
baby state ne be capture but state ne timi decide ba bia ye be see
abusuafo no be se be di medicine ana sa ankuta wodi ne wo
but just nanu ne vice president Ali Mahama oko ne krechi enya tamale ne de ko e etu Ali Mahama fie ewo tamalia yesie no ni fie nanim ho sa etu duru ho no ma be se aha chimbu no ho no aha ne yesie no ansana ntu wura fie ho no wo bonkum so sa yesie no fie nanim ne ufa ne bonkum no so na de wura fie ho enti se Ali Mahama yekosi enti se former president no obi amesie no wo asase bi ya sojafo ni labadi fo twen ho manso papa jil labadi fo zase esie mpanifo wo so labadi fo so hunto wo mo Prince Derrick Ajenum enti kosi obi kosi former president bi ya wo asase asojafo ni fo twen enti na chese we no how significant say ye de ne yire koto ba bi a ye be ma ne krom na yedna koto ba bia da ache be ma
so we kra na be pese menya ante ase ade ntini ye kosie na yere no ne kunu kro
o so tumi sre so sre na busuafo a because invitation abusuafo na aye eti ye na yesre se abusua no be ma kwan be ma no wono be yatena over 60 years over 60 years a mfo mu nyina nkonkoto ba bi ba kwan so ti be ma enya nkoi eti that memory of say ye do yira koto ba bia okotwen wo say very difficult pa
and the form
eti no na meme sre so say omu wie mass no 11 am a so ho no private barrier no ubekom no na ye de kwa kofa plane so na
omunya chopper bia
omunya enka komunya chopper meme de enka meme sre say na nka omfa former president no ene abusuafo no emfa chopper no
okay
na fo munya mu no samiti hei menya mrante no international no mahenka no maka ho akwestala no maka ho so no ogwadu maka ho na nko mfafu emu ni mayam yemfa ye kwan so mfa nko so be 11 am de so mu wie ntem a ati be de mu na duru kuma se by 6 am by 6 pm
we one dispatch rider akra di
animu a so ho no na je se ye ja akwanya ni nyina so na je se ye de ne toka mu a wo papa emfa mumfa plane famfa nko but emu no mumfa plane na mumfa mamrante no so na ye de ka di animu na je se mu no so ediso so uduru nsanwa mu a memfa bypass wo afa nsanwa mu krom na je se nsanwa mu bi ehunu se my sisters akofo na ye de ne kui so ehunu na when yafi tam ye de Dr. Hilal Man eko gbolu no
David
aha Dr. Hilal Man sa omo de ne fa road
okay
sa tam the papa asuma bandana no hote sen kra ni asuma bandana di animu na Dr. Liman ye de ne kwa ye duru ba bia no agina kakra duru ba bia no bia hunu se ye de Dr. Hilal Man ekọ ye de ne koya kokoduru gbolu so hunu enti we no na nka meseskofo nso aba be serve o my Ghana na ontina no asem so nso omo ye old order no a omu bu omo ho so hunu enti na nka debi nanke de amaye mrantie na je se yete so saa so ho no enti uduru enso mu a no afa akuro ni mfimfin eduru fa kuro ni mfimfin na de akọ so ho no uduru teacher mante na wagina chese what is this ya no asha ase no Cynthia Meya ADAKABRI asem we die enwanwa Mami Teresa Fribono how come they bury her in Ashanti what happens when President Kufuor will be buried in Accra? Adasum say, I know the debi. Papa Kufuor bi onyanko nem fa nko chamu obi afa nko to asase bia events soja fo ne events labadi fo twe manso pase na dache agoba se labadi fo ko dibi ma ya baga se yemra mesesa emu ni nyina mfiri o metutum ade fa ko debi so eti nanke de man eduru teacher mante na mogina kakra so hono na teacher mante na fe na motan tu atene so hono na mode ko suhum no mogina kakra na masan tu atene so hono apedwan kwanta ho mogina kakra motu atene udu lenda do kura no a anya na kwakope bibi o lenda do ho mogina kakra na motu atene saa osisi afi no munya duru nade so hono kakra sa no nsi ase de meko edin ka be support so me mfa ne mfa plane
what for the can de to asumo
da be support
bia depending upon abusuan no bia bre a wo mo pese wo mo de
aso omo kwa koye barrier no obviously said kudru kumase ya wada no
kudru kumase ne de na barrier ne straight one dey so mo nkobie ni
as a private barrier no obi enkobi so hono and private but okudru kumase no a obviously omo de be si ho amade achi
okay
so nti de be si ho amade achi a nankwa ye kakra sa de dru kumase be se nwumre no nsia
kwa na what the performer in your bad
so na just say dodo no anya the feel of her
ama euphoria no we say
mama ni de ne koi
mampanyin dada and now mampanyin dada be yere with the former first lady ene ye de ne koi
nti we so ba be say nananam hemfo obono so so ba be ka say adentina wo mo de hye na ya na regional nananom wa region timi decide say ye mpene say ye ko sie
and one more say o
sa
sasa dia wo kran wo ka say omampan dada kofo enkwa echiri ebi adachi bi mpo no say dia wo ka say
the mpene say
nti wo so say nananom ba me gidi say adru this level program no aba abonten de na che say woman nananom ayedie bi ewo ho bia no makwa ye
atose private barrier the private barrier na che say busuya na sem enye ade ye public was ebetu adi akire bia so no eti bia memene da na wo de koto na se ugusie no privately eno anse memene da no dumi no na yakwa kotena Heroes Park so na fe yakwa konum sikasa na adofo no nsoso a omo peso omo bone nsoa because we say papa jonkofo oni nia ofakwa me adokofo omo kwaye wasante se free panyin ko hia pen so ayi dodo o makọ ne nso dodo o mabọ no nse asante no so sa na o fa no se the more wa ba yi na wa bọ nso ano no no ne ye behwe so ebi pedi opportunity say wo mbeba be gina honom na nso abode no ye tu dini na wo ma kire de wa ye de ama wo mo papa ibe di president do ye ma me enie enye papa ye bi anka ne nka minim ba bi a mi gina enti se ne si enom ne yirisi kasade a ede na mikuta wei so hono nse yie na sesa no so na obi so ebe gini dini nipa so meso obo nso ase so hono ebi ni se ye kan ya wo hene kese me wani da so hene kese be ba betoto atuo ewo ye fense kumase that time want na ka bia mu mfa ma kumase oduru eye so awo tene ponko so free eye ofin so and what the aba praka sa the satan now the traffic bi akwa kusi kwa mu wodom na wo the traffic bi akusi kwa mu etin ke refa for my
ba ya wama yen ntem na ma bi ya to atwa mani what years so na enkrofo pegas ejiro mu ababa wa bi a menene keka wanye na adwene pese o kire se ayie na se obeba ayie na se ye nase no beba no beboa me ama what's a year nase unse the Heroes Park is no se hoso na uhwa unse sports no ne ade wo ho no nyina na ye wie so dia ai ye wie so yakwa akotena tasomaso otum se you kese pa enti no so papa na eda no so utum se Lancaster be super papa next week ne dia otum se mu
next week so me dey be na wotwe oh
15 ebe chance
15 for no and ye be call Roma 6 p.m. Christ the King na yakwa akoye requiem mass no na de chia ye be dey down 7 a.m. akwa kusi 8:45 a.m. Ewo forecourt of the State House na ye nyina yakotware ho na ye na kodi nkra akohwe na ni achi so ho no na fe no from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. no so no na yakọ akwakoye ye burial mass no ye burial mass until 11 a.m. na chiri no and I was a private burial the private burial no and yes let's say hwe am na amfa plane ye de na ekukumase bia ye mfa mu no mfa mamrante no de ye kan no akwastola nom ayenka nom BF nom akuado nom just international te do tim se na mema no mfa kwan so so ho no na yentimi nye amaba wani bi so am afi no so kopo mo ntade a o mo so be yi o mo shape dia ba beche e che se yi afina o yi kese na se ne yekope ntade abe yi shape adwene be na wasa amaba we
adwombo ni o mo tirim but say unse gathering ne so ye bia na size to hwe o mampanyin dada na ne ho kani afem no eno kra no me kra ba ni fie yi o mampanyin dada ben ne ya ne yire yie so much if you me share down
Ali mampanya be de Charlie Mahama on say ne yire Hadia Ramatu the Hadia Ramatu so say na oye kremoni do say na kremofo no omo anyije the 40th day adua no kra na ya na so mo yibi kakra
but the ba yen die mu dia asa afi ni ye be hu bi nti yen say bia nti e ba ne sa na obi a ko obi anim so o
pe wo ba kuma si Heroes Park a chase buku hotel and dem
yen sa de ne
yen sa de a
because announcement so no na ba beto dwane ba na amanfo kra no asha
Ma fa sha se buki da.
And the hotel for so no mo mumbuku ma oba bia wo ye sengre. O mumbuku ma mema. Na mema ni nya dan a. Ade ya
Ma ne benya baby. Mema ni nya dan a.
Mema ni nya dan a. Ade ya se be ma nya dan na ye fe ne sen. Onya baby a wone na eko. Be ma nya dan na we nya dan. Na we shia baba we so yie na se. Na yie na atuoi. Na
bo say na mo
on the reception kakra na the reception na chile no
obo plans
so be ya
na bo say be kakra na be ma na ka che no o twa
me ba kakra bi na
obo
mpempe
kwa go bisa be ani obo so wo de me ba isi no asa da for there obisa ti po mu ha be an she be Bonzo nyaya say bia drink bi kra na esi wanim na say nye disposable bottle kra na fani enko no kra fa
production no so I had a production of the show so every ababeduru na be me be o see a friend Kwame Sapon on Facebook Live no the production aba. Or the following will not be missed in ADAKABRI's program. Also, 1, call Dr. Amachi Boateng. And 2, Dr. Mwakumba to comment on MPP affairs. It's certain that they will go on to heap insults on MPP, and ADAKABRI would enjoy. 2, ADAKABRI will tell lies about the VIP, and he will display his pain that he has been elected as MPP presidential candidate. Production, what you know. 3, he will, as usual, call Rafa Japan to say all manner of things against MPP. And then 4, he will, as usual, cast aspersions on Nanado, his long-standing nemesis. And Bishop Cash also did more ayaba. There's a production here. Kwame Sapon na babe you know. Kwame Sapon, you know the beginning and end. Why do you still give commentary on it again? We are here to listen whatever it will come. Samuel Buadija on Facebook Live. Please, ADAKABRI, say something about movement for change. You are the campaign manager for Alan. Obisoso pebieti. Abraham for Medru, and Makabi Biafra. A yellow army for no. Oyibo Boateng from Achuman Rebehi in Kumasi. As breaking the 8 is not an easy task, so let's join hands together. Oyibo Boateng no. And I Cynthia May and there. Also, one tears is Obia Telsaco free a bono, maybe see no, was Sante.
And Penufo Edding Como.
We come in a man concern America. Yes, a private burial. And concerning. Well, no matter your day in UH, a Coba Cob. A friend say, Mini Papa, I don't know. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. Also, keep the good work. And also, or they buy. Zolali Mama Dogbe. I say it's okay when they both decide to be buried at the same location. But my parents did the same, and they are both resting in my father's hometown. Yet my mom was from Togo, and I also can't say, "Oh my nyabusi amfananko Togo." And yes, the hair, and then also sweating me abua warm. Kwame Asaribuadu, also say he's watching us. Fuseni Adams, was a good afternoon, big man. I'm watching you live from Ashaman. I greet Joshua Kamba, Captain Akamba, I don't know. Solomon Ochre, as my name is Solomon Ochre from Medina, watching you live. Dennis Listowell, Obin Jamina, JDM, all the way. And Kwame Sapon, or say they need education, and I'll be here to educate him. What's me here education? Hey, man, Bruce answer. Or Petty, and I said, what the production number there. Now they move from Machibuatin and Hontono. Na and they are kaime. Say the point 3 no. Was he will as usual call Rafa Japan to say all manner of things against MPP. So it ya kaime or honum. And he said the majority of person ojina dia Kennedy or penipa bears between 20 to 40. Now what sponsor or mama kujina parliamentary various constituencies. Until so about dia say you have been say no sponsor. Na wakwa kutu amapoma na just Kennedy just we just shege reasons
You saw the $200 million.
And you are the scanner by the 2 until Upedia no contacting on 10. Me with the families who are menka. So when you nipa between 20 to 40, no sponsor or more. They just says I'm a pomasi and I'm a Jericho to note. Francis Usu and now OPK Emra Magic. So no, it OPK the Francis in Francis Usu in Tranchain. Now my Jerry say now a peck and sick the amount. Now a lutan tina baby kura womunina na je say o dia kotu o musaka abeko nana constituency be na me hwe nka ho asema
what fan can me grandpa do me kwa benya
upedom kwa benya because ya pa baby abetimi agcity no ampo because between 20 to 40 persons obetu omagum omo yam people for omo ye popular so constituency so no na ken na man sponsorship say akwa we na need obi say afijase asokore eye miami wo faase me betu ayi na masa de me wo faase David Ampem esa de na gina because David Ampem ene why ade okuta eye masters ekwe PhD kura so ati eye donko benya eye constituency bi na dia bro no
say
you have a contender ewo honum pa Sajima was live from Lagos, Nigeria. And Sajima is my name. In Kennedy we trust, no can no vote. And or they buy and was say Sama Kucham Pobini Dimu, I breme. Josali Mama Dobe. One or can say Nema mi we Yamfana Kutubu. You see no program so Omo Yabos uncle. And was say, oh ADAKABRI. My family was more than capable. It was their decision. We don't need a loan to do that.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you. I just come to me didn't Kotogo.
Zalali also no one for power. Facebook,
Zalali.
Zalali. Nice baby girl.
Nice baby girl. How are you? Why are you? I'm going to be Zalali Mama Dogbe. Oh, she's a pretty bumbo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's great. And Zazali, Nema me way there. Na see no ne papa kuro mu there. Na just say we nya fe na be ko Togo, akokara, and na say ubeba be na be ko baby furu bia. Come upon Facebook Live. Also, please tell all your town folks to vote against MPP. Please do it, please. Please do not only vote against MPP. Please go ahead and organize a campaign against them, please. If they lose, please organize a party, have fun, and just say, "Hey, comes upon the production nabano." Iti send pano. Just your coordinator or bell list dini na have ya akoma ken say any pa 40 way. I was our constituency we say, and now obe sponsor omo. Now omo konko pre various constituencies. Now Sandra Banafo and what the abedu Sandy or the aba or say ADAKABRI. Mahama says you provide 24-hour job, and one of his communicator on UTV Evening News said a 24-hour job includes security. And I want to ask, when did you hear in this country that all security personnel go to sleep after 6 p.m.? If you have a weak mind like Mahama and his communicators, Mahama should tell us the kind of that can be done in 24 hours. Confuse people. And Odibaye. A.G. Alexander, hey, ADAKABRI. I don't understand MPP people. How can a sinner like Kennedy Japan mingle and campaign for Almighty Saint Bawumia? Hey, already. Then one of the first people who saw Omuko came for congratulate. Oh, just one of
the 2 hours. Okay.
First few people Omuko came for Ekoko congratulate, you know. Finance Minister.
I didn't
hear
it. Wife.
Machiromu could drink kama.
Could drink 2 hours.
Could drink pa. And no me and only ni paso so ni hwehwe animu okofa aye national security for no ebe dwa kan ho de ne call stadium mo
aye hwan
aye miami nu yaketu akwa me na afenyo marking afenyo ebe asem nyi adena na eja anu aye de opedo ye Sammy Abobi I say uncle good afternoon. I listened to President Mahama yesterday and I can boldly tell you under the leadership of President Mahama Ghana will work again. Aban from Zenu and also so oye dem what they buy iti the woman no na ye Jerry's choice and the newspaper Jerry's choice Marion fee said next week Papa Kufo his sisters Akufo ni funeral program no na yahwa ye de abai kwabena mo ebu ono so na otie enti Jerry's choice no ye na afi ye nhwe na enen so no the yellow army so the yellow submarine working to torpedo the two main political parties so akọ between 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. na yellow army na oma register nipa 2,700 na still na light tintin o honom hey na na encourage Ghanaian youth emma wakosan lie say okwakoye orientation and onboarding session na
and dey ba dey yellow army no mo yehimfo
a yellow army butterfly for no okay yellow army for no it's yellow submarine working to torpedo the political duopoly no and also and between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. na I register nipa 2,700
and mebunu ko awamo join train no
and a light tintin ko teachers was here light tintin and honom mo hwehwe Jackson kram yam Fred Jackson ni musa ne bi say ne dia na bema at this stage omani age ho say okwa sunlight akwa register yellow army
now so one more understanding the into omo join yellow army no I believe say
and I say omo founder no so no omo be kasa ye no ono so chira omo die ntia ye register wo
good okay
so and between Ashanti region and Greater Accra region no MPP as a political party there was 70,000 polling station executives it is 70,000 polling station executives and the yellow army is aiming to register 80,000 volunteers between Ashanti and Greater Accra 80,000 volunteers no next one so mbayo modwuma yi ade no mokoka so odoi tema wafa Ghanaians, let's retire JDM from politics because he lacks ideas. Since May he was elected, no single policy from him. Truly he is a dead goat and also what they ever Achinaba last hero. Also wafa won't you interview Honorable Ken or the bae and as I also wafa when are you interviewing my incoming president Honorable Ken and I know when a Ray Maria Bodu baba when I free London aba bidruno and I can nene namon sa also win options me aso me baba kan chiro also win options okay Jerry's choice papers no dia hene
wa papers no dia wa ha na a story back where that daily graphic animo
my mention graphic
ya no mo a ye adwuma ye adwuma na aya ye mpensi achi baabi mpensi ko very important ene senate ka say womo a woma ye womo adwuma mesin 40 la 4 no mni ade ni nyina no dodo na ba senate ba be register ana ye nipa ni bi adwen so senate de ye ne mo amomo de mo ye your friends mo corporate world ni mo na entesa na no no mo say Ghana for dodo anti edi adanse ye say ye nya understanding e wo no ma bebre
okay say senate no na ka kane no na Ghana e wo captati
so captati
the captati was it 1974 if I'm right 1974 no kutua champon e go for social security and national insurance trust e de baye e je ko ba safi kokoye adwuma na e wo say utimi ye adwuma minimum of 240 months eye bosome mako eye ahanu aduanan minimum of 240 months and your friends say I was to me they want me anya full pension it ye kokoba access a pension no na ye be ma lump sum na fe no ya ma bosome kakra as against the captati no a e de na chese usika de boom na je se unhunu do be ye no eti eye snake ne ba ya obeye ne cha kwakwa ye se abaye adwuma ye fo a wono no pay as you earn o tria tax no ayet no formal employment no na afi senate for no hwe wo mo enti papa dwonkofo pensu ya therefore na papa kofo ekokofa Thomas Angu bedi akon eye tie bedi akon no teacher ni ofre eye be kwai side honom oye SDA ni enti Thomas Angu bedi akofa no fa one Mr Mensa bi so Mensa se bibisa enti no mo yire wo mo ho eno omo sesa ye pension system no enti Thomas Angu bedi ako twere pension no na eye audit tier 1 tier 2 and tier 3 ebaye enti den ko ba assess net no ono no wan hwe tier 1 no enti se wo ba ye adwuma ewo bia despite media no na yetua ka bosome a wakatua no bosome no na bia yatimu se 5% na company ne dia yatiwu sika 5% na company ne de se bia 12% e de aka ho na ye de ko eti yetua wo snit no a eno no ye tier 1 no na fe ye ma kwa ma tier 2 no eno so eba ye se eno so ye separate fund managers na wo motete sa companies no enti fund managers so hwe page ye tier 2 no ma so na fe ye wo third one iti third one no so na akoye se voluntary one na ope na bia no so no fund managers bi so bi say united mu say ya no akofa civil servants for wo mo company big companies no then so wapa and na tete no kind of provident fund no so no it not just all the akoma 30 no na snit adwumayefo no a na omo no na snit makwan se bia wa person ye voluntary contributions so the voluntary contributions na person ye no na snit no na eho no nya popular na nkrofo nim say you could do your own voluntary contribution enti na no tier 2 no kodi ba bia no na snit ye focus on tier 1 no pe no na fe snit be boy amane say wo say wo mu na say wo tigum no mo ye float say bia wa gasa ye self employed utimi be register na timi kire say na me dey ba na je say wakwa ko this net wo if it's a various insurance companies you can bia na sika ko di wa edu so kwaji ane no ka brofo bia wonte brofo na se na mo snit dey we well aware say enam say ye abai entity no ye more experience you know more likely so do sika ko dance net na on sabeka and no na ma private self employed for or ba be ka say from about 14,200 in May of this year, no, drew 57,000. It not just a sata more into who you'll be a wood tone dear, who you'll be a one cast or this snitch, no, or more districts, or more industrial area. I say, me, I'm off as a Kwame, and I'm off as a mayor, so a war, a friend saying, a mayor, so war, Adabraka. So, into your basana, now one casado, one could him. Here, said the piano, obey your discipline, now the Bibiacosi, na snitch so dear. What they call ma wo mo a atoto mo no ma ama we well aware say ukofie kura now file passbook now say ne be kwa Jimmy pensioner o say eyanim eyani kasam kakra it is all ma me te wonom na papa te wonom a afutuo kakra betimi ato ma me at say oye self employed no ka kire ma me say ma me fa nko snit ne ko na yemfa book ma na watwe bia no na say de susu ne agege no snit betimi asoma nipa me abegege e de amount so hono o papa so no asoma papa maka che o papa say ono so mesene ne fa ne ko snit ne kokko e ma no that is the big story Charles Okain e de ba self employed on snit quadruple and or the Dr. Operating crime e de aba so it's a very great initiative.
Oh yeah, in fact that Dr. Tinkran so why dey oba snit one why dey ba yeah utimi say
at omma dawuro no nko because say snit me understanding of snit no man nyina ejina minue osabimpon ona na yomu pia
okay
and I recall say osabimpon bulletin bi ma me a every single morning bia no na maka bibia e fascinate for adwuma ho so enti na ma me hu say you need to have that minimum of 240 months no it way Dr. Tinkran wadaroma enko akiri biabre hu mouse worker now they that awia bia no yenka bibi ba ko a e fascinate ho awia bia yenka bibi ba ko a ene target sa self employed for no enye snit obagi scan na ya but nipa bebre mfa hwe nto ho so na nipa bebre mfa hwe nto ho mama je yemu se ho ya sorry anopay enna went me an sorry am adwuma say me be ye adwuma na boso me so betu ya meka na so na waka mpamu a adwene de oyire no ma do mbedi ho chese de na de ato de ma yire no ma nipa do do na adwene ho epanyi ko da me wo kwa ba sore wo so ahomache be no wadwene ho se wo sore no pa bi na wontimi ma adwuma bi mu a oyire no ma wadwene de mbedi ho
se no mbedi wafa sa de we no kra no se yemfa ne se na yendwen ho mpo a ebra covid ba ya ye ka den mu no eno no ma ye hu se dia asetene no motie ye nim hwe kra no covid ɛmɛ yɛn hu say wo ye bibia say wo ye very careful now to be to na daache o kwɔhyɛ dem 21 days a one become am betwa anwom say president Emre Ogari ni asichire
enti mame break akre we dey ye metimba bi o menka bi nhyiemu ana on Facebook live Kwame Sapon was the first person or the production ne ba ye no was the first person am frɛ no Amachi Boate bo menka bi nhyiemu Amachi Boate so be kasa Dr. Amachi Boate me mo ha Doctor, I want to say. Oh, Amachi Boate me do as Kwame Sapon that one production here you know. Hello doc. But you shama me share. Na yeti ya yanka bi nhyiemu na. Doc, good afternoon. I'm Safina, Osade. I Kwame Sapon yeti ya bi yanka bi nhyiemu. What dem no why production amame. The production or the aya amame no. In the production na everybody was saying any right Dr. Amachi Boate yem ha
yeah nia
doc na what you saying
already yesu adom me ho
you weye abrantie bi a wadam ye na me nka bi nhyiemu ene say why production dey abrɛ me on Facebook live no o say me friend Dr. Amachi Boate na me manam na me comment on MPP affairs Dr. Amachi Boate be di MPP whatever mo a wadaruma okay ye na ma oblige the listener and am dey afrewe doc na MPP for ekọ ya wo makoyi Dr. Bawumia we general observation anything
ADAKABRI me dasi na mikia atifo the dikan and it's social about you suban dia about one share no ekoyi about you suban ni say a prepare no ya na tozo ndu bia o tina mi ato abama no bia no de ani preso na ye na titru samre na etumi kese pa ebitumi abayo mampani tumi ntina ani pre ewo ho we nyina ichi no se de koye no na ai hu no de echese enchise no egu akwan mu yi emra ewo ho echese wo mu di mra no so eye adwuma se de nyina ye dikan ehu no wo mu a eto aba ne bi nyina wo mu agya tum se enchise no ko yi nti yes omo yes anchise amanyoku MPP omo penny for omo disa adwuma no hye wo monsa approve for electoral commission and titu actors na nkasa na yeto abama wo no ohumina o se ebo ohumina ba kind of
na ye
the touch me no about no the outcome Dr. Bawumia na ya dia nyina ye ni da so se obedi nkuni no kwani se mi nkomodi mu no na mi susu ni se ense se onya below 60% na mi susu no na onya 61 ense se 60% na wo suru bebre mame but said ye na niam nyina sitie no being the vice na ntianse nyina ye nim so no anso na ni je ho se emre no so a obijina me ato abama he took advantage and you can't blame him. He took advantage himself or your vice president. Of course, the Juma as vice president na no ye. But I'm ringing now, so no Tom. All the time our vice president in ADAKABRI, means to see him on your tongue. And I support to Unya. It's a minimum of 60%. And then I mean upper limit, I mean for the to home. I was say to Abani you. That is also what happened. And crucially, Canada Japan's performance there is spectacular. We hear Tamwa Ura about to. And there's one thing I am mama. If you are not man feed doesn't mean that in the MPP, Munina, no, all the people are holding offices, members of parliament, ministers of state, DCs, MCs, whatever. Yeah, who's about copy credit Canada Japan too? And ADAKABRI na manhwe ni
na owo nipa bi ono mo ye nyonko pa but who sound say the instrument men na jo obi se Canada Japan in the first nyonko on ne book su atafre honorable member of parliament for Futu Kwame na Afenyo Markin lawyer and KT Hammond trade minister Adanse Askwa sa nipa ne mi no o mo ne Canada ne didi o mo ne Canada ne bibi abom
na ho so biara edi na chisa nti ewie no na yunya ye no ba se de ba ye na kese oya de papa eba sa jase ba ko epie ni se unya nko ye hwehwe mu no se grassroots no na atudi na chi bebre but the outcome no impressive nti we said that I got so yani pitri Dr. Bawumia na iti MPP ani akope omampani akonya
Dr. Bawumia odi nkunim no focus no one would say you best shift the akono so or say he has his own vision and he has his own priorities. Anything surprising about it?
Generally speaking, no two human beings are the same. And the science fraternity, no, and there are several distinctive features setting even twins, identical twins apart. Voice quality, fingerprints, bodily odor, and there might be facial recognition setting us apart, and maybe our thinking pattern. And it's ordinarily, you want to go with that particular statement. Me how I want home is on free year, you say year, do a buy more. Dia will be no what the boy say a buy and she say every 2 years. And I expected say it's a no park home and a man not done go fado, a man of the can home. Now me say Santia say Diana and Rebecca say, look, Doc, forget about it. We do winning elections, but I will not let you work. I don't think so. The new vision, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, but I have issues with it.
You have issues with the vision. Say
That
or say
new vision. I have issues with it. Yeah.
Now you tell us more about your issues with the statement.
No, me did say ka utimi de boa na ntutua no ekọ ni mu chen say dey ayi. Say omani sikasem aginsem no. Asitra abamu mpanimfo de aba no. Me did say na titulu economics e wo omani no bebre so aba beka. Ni nyina no ye ni nyina ntubusa. You know, which is the economics no can and yet COVID and Russia, Ukraine, Kwana are completely responsible for the current state of the Ghanaian economy. And the issues about expert handling of the economy. India, demonstration of practical wisdom in the management of the economy. No, not to see
But Doc, who said Dr. Bawumia was smart to add, say, I have my own vision, or the trust say, and my own priorities. So it may be, say, yes, the vision may be somewhat similar to Bia, Nanado Danko Kufuado Kura Noa, or say he has his own priorities. Into Bia, baby, Nanado prioritize, and yet, and now, or no Bawumia, no, ebe prioritize, giving, say, as the running mate or as the vice president, if Bianco no can say him for a priority, Nana may also choose a different priority. So why would you have issues with it?
I think that we'll give it to him about their own priorities. For example, the selection of ministers, the size of government. I was here to meet you too. Dr. Bawumia, differences, but on the issue with policy implementation. I don't a team a better monitoring. The individuals are although more better to hold. Obviously, given his background, or the individuals are almost very knowledgeable. Images a hope and however the translation of policies into final goods and services. Yes, on any priorities, is a strong argument coming from his camp. All I'm saying is that no matter what, he wished the Ghanaian economy were better than it is now. And if
I see we are on the path of recovery, and to also about our substance our recovery, no, until we achieve a greater stability.
Like a path of recovery, achieve something. Now, but now, TNT passing year, man. You're on the path of what recovery.
Hey, I know your economics also can.
Oh, my economics and come home.
Now, for no a year PhD in economics, is we on the path of recovery, and that was
I've listened to several other economists that almost so akasafa Oman economy home. Chasia almost Ediakuho, almost Ediakuho. Only yesterday, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the World Bank director, Edward Tuhoping, the inflation, IT away, amount for the income. Actually, Nipan about 25% of the Ghanaian population call poverty lane. This are for no live on less than $2 a day. I said about 2-3 weeks ago. In the path of recovery, no, any in some ABC a bar, not yana I see anything. See, we need to look at the whole economy free angle beer. You can't say more. Now, as I say to me,
okay.
BB Keke.
Yani Dr. Amachi Boateng of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and air trade on varied issues. Na enra a daily graphic Tuesday November 7. Or say 2024 presidential election. 3 aspirants lays up boots. Economic issues key decider. Analyst. Samuel Dodu. Ana watchro editor man baye. Now 3 separate interviews with Dr. Ali Diseidu and Dr. Professor Kobi Mensah and Professor Achu Ayi. Omu nyina chirese baby asisia ababedru no economy no is at the forefront. Na se economy na ye issue no dia. Na elections abeko 2024 no ebeye competitive. Given Sir John Mahama womb, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia womb, Alanche Martin a womb. Do you agree, say, economic issues as opposed to creation of jobs for the youth and ebedie him 2024 and
ADAKABRI, in all democracies around the world, after elections, the other issue come to the fore, economic issues. Generally, in political science, the term development generally broken down into 2: political development, economic development. Indeed, political scientists don't want to share the development of a state. They share political development. They share economic development. They see the political development as the foundation that should be laid, on the basis of which economic development can be placed. In democracy, maybe when democracies go into elections, economic issues dominate other issues. You see, employment issue, economic issues, job creation, employment opportunities, health issues, education, whatever it is, economic issues. The generation of money first, economic growth, and then some political scientists will talk about social development. Kind of minor used to or minor sika was generated through economic growth, at the ACSC. I to and some said there on my ma as it's about 2 years. Economic. Yes, economic issues now determine the outcome of the election, presidential elections 2024. About affected parliamentary elections. Yes, election highly competitive. Highly competitive.
Because John Dramani Mahama, Shia Trade Union Congress, and there are suggestions to say, no crown as a trade union congress for no Kubu, Eddie John Dramani Mahama, say, woman inviting no man a platform, say, Omra, Emra Mekasa and Fanchiromo. Okoye so or see 24-hour economy. There shouldn't be any break at a point. Said the French policy no between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. yes yako siesta ne akwa akoda. Our economy should be up and running 24 hours so that we can crank up a production. Now akosro. Alan Martin is talking about why do we need to be waiting until IMF program, you know, ebetimi ama somewhat a balance of payment support near the stability. Whilst we are at the bank, we are at the IMF, you know, we should be doing something to complement IMF program, and that is about supporting businesses and then making sure the private sector can carry us and create an enabling environment. Production bit me akosro ama mrante ne mabawa no enya adwuma ede aye. And then Dr. Muhammad Bawumia is saying say for now there he's stuck with the Nana Akufo-Addo path to recovery working. Name say ye to abama ne dia he's going to build an inclusive food self-sufficient data driven and systems based nation that will fully participate in the global digital revolution to solve our problems and also usher in a golden age of benefits from our natural resources. What do you make of Sani Paimiensa Ubia apparent direction or the equi?
I can make baby say vision or more be on my penyakuyan Ubia the bed to a cramuno. Vision no esuban vision pragmatic in nature. The Badodonwa will see through and come to an understanding that a day we are workable and yet just big talk. Mimi Giri said, no, every dear in ye papa. And a two and Tiasia almost a debate go how to implement the vision to achieve outcomes are Jaya cancer, the welfare of the people that me are taking care of. Immediately and also Beboa. But the first thing I have very significant Usha Tiasia, me and San about the Guya, is a Nina mood to Papa. And this is what competitive democratic elections do. And never be true, baby say then everybody will have to go into himself, herself, and come out with idea realistic, so creative, and especially given where Ghana is. In the first place, the three perspectives in mode, and it's an interesting thing where we are a free urban, and also now they are individual, but crucially, they are all looking at or exploring ways on the basis of man economy. The other dynamic can say next time round, Ghana is trained for 8 years, and I please government. We did it about 4 years because civil society generally and the media, any or more expose governments of the day. We did it about going forward. The size of government. Individuals will be you almost to man various sectors of the economy. They will all come under intensive scrutiny. I can't say a bino and you are or demonstrated or persuade PPE. And if going forward, we expect Ghana to be doing better than Ghana has been doing.
I finally answer now Obekono. How would the MPP achieve unity of purpose going forward? Womanya Omuflabere.
ADAKABRI, it's not going to be a very simple, straightforward thing, given that NIPA is a very complex being. One, the country who said in the MPP, with a conspiracy theory. The country who said there are people in the MPP all out to demonstrate support for the status quo now. Dr. Bawumia is the leader being prepared. I mean, as the flag bearer. That's what I want to say. Party structures as they are, how everybody came into office. So if we be out, I will demonstrate support. But I will not be surprised that they might, on the quiet, be wishing say 2024 or be lose to break what I call another stranglehold on the party. So the party starts to structure or to restructure. I look at this possibility in the party. In achieving unity of purpose, you only have to focus on what is the major issue at hand now. The agenda party need to be set or the winning elections 2024. All other things being equal, political party being in government. And if being in government, a bit in to the benefit of the rank and file majority of them, and also the unity of I am stronger. If it will not, going forward, they should be conscious that party no challenges, potential fault lines. It be a more bye. It will not unity of purpose ADAKABRI easily.
But you say, Yana Minu, we are not going to be na assign article me. What can I say? I said, dear, quietly, Omu brace for a loss in 2024. Now, Omotimi, Aya Diabenia, I dismantle a year, another Danko Kufuado stranglehold on the party. These are your faithful words. And Dubusa say, to see between Ashanti and Greater Accra region, MPP, our polling station executives, and Nanka Womajumanes also propagated the vision and the policies of the Nanado-led government. But as somewhat Omajuna Kwaye almost say, Triasikama Mintuaba, and na ye shas ye select polling station executives, no, ye koyi nipa, ye say Monkoto mani pass mesia, Omunina Dunkwamponchi, Omode, Omo Sabi. Omu eni ebehwe baby ba akwakoto ama sa nipa no enti ama omu potency say omu betimi aye de be ne a propagate the views of the party and the policy of the party no as a form. Then underneath it na John Chamatin so Alani eba ya wakwakofa yellow army ne dia ba ono so see volunteers the same volunteers no omu they are being positioned. Say whatever GTP no there about great transformation plan. Sa nkrofo na enko omu neighborhoods enkonko di hujuma. Enti between Ashanti and Greater Accra, MPP having 70,000 polling station executives and Chematin so move for 80,000 yellow army almost propagate the GTP. How do we realign if indeed we say MPP for episode omu eyum free nanadwa or the idea atu omukoma watching omu.
We can say we mean who say conspiracy theory and I'm looking at say potentially in be our party no sir. I'm not suggesting say omu and a dominating party no per se. I'm not suggesting that. Hopefully we expect to say omu party no na a bit party na chi. Because also the party na party ni party no aban mo a ope. And hopefully we expect say but somehow just like the alarm factor is playing itself out. And it's an interesting thing because if I don't know you want to believe that among 70 to 80% not almost NPP for that. The ranks breaking. Almost strength form. When NDC elusu in 2016, a better President Mahama wanya the crown, almost 40% plus of the national presidential vote cast, and that is to me very significant. If MPP is breaking up the way we see things now, and NDC is standing strong, maintaining, Nipani na Omuntinaho as one, and possibly giving the agenda President Mahama Edibatuhono, Omatimi assign some floating voters. Then you could see what could be happening in the days ahead of us. And then once again, just like you said, achieving unity in the MPP it's a major hurdle, but I think and yet so difficult. So I'm betting me I home be a very positive amount economy. But obviously, Emma so easily.
And the final, Dr. Machi Boateng na fede kokoye wadwuma. Enipa mi ensa graphic amutu omi John Dramani Mahama Dr. Mahama de Bawumia Alan Kojo Chrematne running mate John Mahama looking between Ashanti and Eastern region. More like 60% Ashanti, 40% Eastern. And then Dr. Mahama de Bawumia looking between Ashanti and Eastern region. 60% Ashanti, 40% Eastern. And then Alan Kojo Chrematne looking between Volta region and the Savannah region. More like 50% Volta region, 50% Savannah. What are your thoughts?
Percentage is not true. I know we share areas now. Percentages no done numbers no. The ordinarily the issue of representation maybe no and tiasia na woman no. Now on reflect nipa do no yeah hope say omo be ba dom sa and tiasia no. Ti begin I mean and tiasia by sa nipa be saying na omo money running mate no minister tiasia no adwene.
Jo Dr. Machi Boateng, yet there was any cogent, concise, and to the point analysis. When you are in a way,
ADAKABRI, so me do ase. Young composer do jam fi, also do chairman.
Yeah, we do. Samuel do jam fi. Now no, or can send you on TV3 na. Just say me no face to face. Na me can't some crowd actually. Mr. Tiano pa me so. Right. Entry Amachi Boateng no. What are your thoughts? Sir John Dramani Mahama, more like 40% of the time is more predisposed to choosing a running mate from the Eastern region, and 60% of the time predisposed to choosing a running mate from the Ashanti region. Then Dr. Mahama de Bawumia, 40% predisposed to choosing a running mate from the Eastern region, and then 60% predisposed to choosing a running mate from the Ashanti region. Then Alan Kojo Chrematne, 50% predisposed to choosing a running mate from the Volta region, and then 50% choosing a running mate from the Savannah region. What are your thoughts? What about your vegetable? Na yetimi akenkan na yenyina yehunu ano. Or see, Kweku the traveler, Kweku traveler say, who will match the contributions of the individual contributors as it is done to the public workers by government? It needs further explanation. Party, as I said, we a public work, and now we a formal employment. Now, we nutria 5% of your aketria. Now a year will employ as 12%. No, Ubuzasa or no aye na juma so no decide say or go to susu the amasneta. Obi bet me the counterpart funding be at the account the amana. Kwame, who industrial area, one manager asare, mumra mechreche me, umuna, and tiasia, intime, and yejuma, na intime, emfa, we say, emfa, emra. Intino, once so, sena usubuano, and Paulus, emra na yentie, or no so, najune, na yenshe, said the no mabisi afa, elebecom. As a good afternoon, sir, what Father Cabri. Who partner Dr. Bawumia for 2024 general elections? It's going to be Napo. Is it going to be Napo? Honorable Ken, Dr. Duchum, Honorable Joe Wise, Honorable Aseche Mensa Bonsu, or Lawyer John Kuma? Of a fantastic show by all standards. Of a keep it up. And or the ebaye. It is a Ashanti region, the audio bay the more practical and it will bet me a Jumano, Dr. Duchum. Education minister or a reformist, and he's a practical person. It is Dr. Duchum is the best amongst women. But the political cliche. I will bet me the IAPB a leverage. Or hineba nama to poku prempe. Napoi nanado penasem nanado fad napose or yaneba. ɛna napo so ɛne ɛyɛ Dr. Muhammad Bawumia so ɛyɛ kama ɛno nti no ɛno so ebetimi abase napo but sɛ wo so pedu betimi ayɛ adwuma betimi reform certain sectors as a vice president said na naba ya ɛyɛ Dr. Muhammad Bawumia Masapi ɔno nya the opportunity say searching uncharted course no ɔno betimi akɔ hyase free wa ɛnɛ digitization CMPO ɔne atimi hold that forte no ɛnɛ the same thing ɛna sɛ wo ma doctor ɔsɛ yɛ aduchum kwan a ɔkuta ɛyɛ ɔyɛ n'adwuma sɛ consultant so ɔkyekyere ne boa na he is not afraid sɛ ɔbɛkɔ an area bi a obetimi ayɛ it is also wo hwɛ ayɛ bibi dia ɛnɛ no Dr. Duchum ɛwɔ asante ɛyɛ ɔsɛ chairman sabonso ɛyɛ why still nya de obetimi ayɛ bibia ɛyɛ Joe Wise nso so no Joe Wise ɔyɛ blunt but Joe Wise ɛnyɛ cut for adwuma obetimi ayɛ na John Kuma ɔyɛ younger person John Kuma betimi atwɛn kakra but so who be busame ne de na who busame say or say what of honorable Ken no Ken Japan and yes that time we say obi a obekwa partner Dr. Muhammad Bawumia nye ade a proper kura because who say Ken ewo no ba bia wode nani hweye na Dr. Bawumia wo ba bia wode nani hweye enti enye easy so be merge Ken nani suade hunu no ede ato akwa fuse no with that of Dr. Bawumia there be an obema alignment bi aba na Ken so being an overbearing personality no na Dr. Bawumia so nye kikiri no Ken be overshadow no it can Japan ko nye na adwene se ono per running mate bia na emum it will be best political pundits would want us to believe say Ken obetimi a sponsorship adiama nipa be say up to 40 na omatimi aba be MPs na omatimi hold the views and the direction of Ken within the party na that be no at 63 years Ken obetimi assign ababim into Dr. Juchum as a practical person, education minister as a practical person, and then Napo with the political connections. Nana do fan Napo se ne ba any Napo and Napo so ebetimi so ewo clout ewo the Asante chieftaincy set up no more obetimi de ba but who between the two Napo and Dr. Dushum and Asante for no be hwe no ahwe no so aka se de to aba and I'll come and tell you at another time. But for now, dear, Paul Boatim is a PhD student at one of the prestigious universities in London. And Yanino Babidi and Komwe. Now, Paul Boatim Koma and Babidi, it relates to tribe and religion, ethnicity and a religion. Now, Yenshe said the Norman Bisiako. Now we go on the template graphic asset, and the template graphic of November 7. Tuesday, November 7, near John Dramani Mahama, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, Alan Kojochire Matring. And then when we begin to talk about tribe and religion and how it impacts or we expect it to impact on the upcoming 2024 general elections, PhD student for Koni Boating, our own major in security issues. Paulus Yamwaha.
Major so far.
Yamwakwa Basoso.
Yeah, again.
John Dramani Mahama, we are looking at, say, 60% predisposed to choosing a running mate from Ashanti region, 40% predisposed to choosing a running mate from the Eastern region. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, 60% predisposed to choosing a running mate from the Ashanti region, and then 40% predisposed to choosing a running mate from the Eastern region. Then Alan Kojochire Matring, 50% predisposed to choosing a running mate from the Volta region, and then 50% predisposed to choosing a running mate from the Savannah region. What are your thoughts?
Okay. But concentration is about two key political parties. NDC and NPP. And President Mahama and Dr. Bawumia also before say that to about maybe another country out there. I had there Bawumia. my kind of network is the Bawumia the band, you know. Now we are talking against the regiment. And you know, we are saying one million. You know, send the baby can play 2 or nation with me. You're done a tribe and not ethnicity, you know. But just say, I was here with me. Of our tribe, you know, send on another one.
I said that Nina tribe, no. In fact, more like ethnicity rather than tribe.
And you know, almost a key role. Now, on paper, here on paper, no. Osha, maybe on paper, almost running mate, you know. It appears that Bawumia is a bit ahead of Bahama on paper now. And you know, Osha almost anything she and I. Almost anything else, Mr. President Mahama is going down. You will have Bawumia and Mamputin of art in everything.
It's super.
And now the Mamputin is a new banning. Babomba for so I had to say in your four. And now one.
Only 5 dominant ethnic groupings in the northern region.
Very good. And you know, one million who say Santa Claus have horse about him, person a cook. Who say almost to catch you of. Aha. Now, I do back when I affected NDC. And I made it. So, Kaya, 2016, chairman of the regional party chairman, NDC, near friend Azuka.
Chairman Soka.
Azuka, no, Gonjani. National organizer, near friend Adia Gunab. Where Gonja. What raise the whole man, position sleep with the whole man, for Baba, red, facing Friday, or your friend computer man. Waba national health protest. No, no, so going to Nisa. And see, almost appointment, no. A bayer who say on the Aruna group in a Bayer regional campaign coordinator. Aruna group will be a Dagomba or Panama.
Or Dagoma Nipa, Tamale Saf.
Very good. Or commander respect the power.
Chemaduna.
Saha. And you know, near four form we move and say, nice and to call you on the man who got key to be faction in business and simply be having personal community. And you know, we buy, you know, and for my business, some the campaign coordinator and my Aruna and Yama Bebo. Unfortunately, you know, one of the campaign coordinator and my who has been here obey regional, no, national. Minister of Health, Obey Minister, and you're playing Limuna.
Limuna Mumuni.
One see you going there. And acquire campaign coordinator, man. And I feel man Casano, no. And she, many Dr. Pabla being component before say, but for Santa Man. And you command a course for whom you and say, Abanagi, almost talk, Emma. You Mahama and Ukrainian affect you even though shall the cafe but who said Sabreno Abana I want to yin Honor Yanasa Sadiana for and as also the same Aruna or minorities of parliament and I said the family. Since you am no cafe, a deal being able to grow mechanic and making. But as you know, the aircon is a luna no come on idea. So almost the Abadia and before Mudi. Of Artin and
you go to your pa.
And see a honor, a better affect you and duty. Anna, apart from President Rawlings, and this candidate is the only one watching out for 52% nationwide. Tell me, Bawumia Subaya running meeting. Northern region, 194 votes more than Casano. Better, in Finland, here, the 2 MP4 votes, you know, a cost will be a 2%, 3%. Who power of produce this calculation is number one. And you say now, Bawumia na nkasa baye flag bearer MPP na perception no ko tire say the MPP for ya kan for party do mo fa say the money man ofa ya pem say the MPP for
now also the kind of crash so say yeah government is able to secure a quantum of 150 million US dollars for the Soko year project say for the 5 northern regions you know or more at the aqua projects the amount
of no crowd the decade we right now that lines no no check any about to do offer Ghana ha tribe a to aba eye asantefo we asantefo before we shi asantefo du a ubetimi akase mu wote eye MPP4 we shi before edu a ubetimi akase emu wote na emu nkunu ye MPP4 say omo bia ni candidate omo nyina candidate to pushire of asabre ya yekasa ye running mate ebeye din beye wan say asantini a wo ye MPP ni obeja ni candidate to pushire mu ho akoto abama NDC candidate or those free. The same thing, and at the same way now, said the Albania or no so ye NDC. Obeja ni tuwe Mahama ho, no akoto abama MPP ni Bawumia. Ana nimi enu so no, o share wa mu vote margin na. Said 2012 a ka na ekufu out of the eastern region ne Asante region where you need or man national election and now bamebo who share elections are yaku na akran dominated areas no votes no doors of saying other tribes no areas and to me no wa what na your assessment I know that yeah dey eya you and you know what you den amount for vote on tribal land economy no incline any Kumasi could have taken years as you. But baby dear new crana to be playing tribal lines no more from more. And even our task our men a baby about me would be there. Now I am for name one more and no could do parliament or say almost supporting that. Because we be up to say of 3 different. Send I am cancer was 30 by order and just one side. If you are not there, we are there, but Sabri, we are there. One movie and send me say assessment. I am. Will be a cast economy now saying, you know, and this year, the Paconia and the calculation to ye. Yeah, you who the vet me a man assistant. I am running. You know, I want to say, yeah, I have and say, I yet then, Bawumia, baby, in person, apparently. Yeah, you should say, Sir President Mahama is candidate free Asante Memodia. And yeah, sending after the Mahamana and the Bambia and me for what makes not a very visible election.
Or the a year Nana Jane Bar and this be loose election.
Sally, your predictions, my dear. Sir, or the Nana Jane Bar, say, near my idea, name interviews, I am. I just said, miracle, and
it's a ordinary Jane Bar, we lose election. No, Abra Winyante a year Nipa MPP, so Dr. Bawumia de Beba.
Yeah, ordinary Jane Bar, no, Asante Regiment. So, medical was a 2 dominant parties now, almost because of tribal lines of movement. We are there, Asante for no Puma, a planetary. With that, or involved and I only play a key role of happiness and it is one person to me. Now, perception says Santa mistake when this near and just Santa for the castle, okay, any among family. And a perception to be deeper Santa for to go on including a account for when this in bed. We are kind of proud when this in our context, like now, why shall we? If you say, Opa Santa Memukra. From branch to constituency, the key leaders almost the NDC party now. Said the on free stream and no friends, man. And we are can no contest here on common. From what I was betting and America and the yeah, but two parliamentary elections, you almost peace now. What the idea is, you know. Yeah, me come go for the and this candidate or the Adongo. But what your friend said is being corner one, who is here, and you will be our strategy now, per se, or party winning. Open your movie. No one found for indigents are one more looking at influence or more from Matu Abanamon. If you say, one more, I saw move down, and I'm flat lines now. One more year campaign from Yaku to grow and penetrating court. Indigents no corporate vote. One of the prospectors community and I don't go now. If you then this is one other on better. Thank you for years on Bawumia who's the woman. And you know, Abama election now will pet to be the Bayadi. And you know, who share sending a near money corner? Yeah, you can't put it. Sir President Mahama and the running maker free appointment. Many finance here reduce to vote now. One, you say NDC, a very miracle was in your time. There is other school of thought on to express. Let me have a separate Mahama and Kasano. On Pesu of Union election. Name on Pesu of NDC party, so many leave the same open. And you know, on for candidate, a Berman and Union election. Into a 4 years better for the park of you. Then you do not time no continent. President Rolling sometimes the phone will be game. To say President to 40 feet. A better trying to forward on so for experience and
but the point still remains at the end, John Dramani Mahama would canvass to be elected flag bearer of the NDC only to hear you say, it been suana on your interest, say, Obeso winning a year. Elections of 2024.
Another school of thought.
Is it logical? Is it reasonable? Say, Mahama Pese will be winning 2024 elections.
Based on your making. It's one man and then I'll be based on your making. One man sit there and say, Mahama Baya MP, Wabaya Minister, Wabaya Vice President, Wabaya President, Wabaya former President. To me, be a organ be our DBM. And today, don't know Santa or Santa.
And him for the Casa. And him for the Casa.
For interview, I am young for contribute some of the NDC for Nelly.
Okay.
In one person, so I prefer. Be already the 4 years ago upon there. 2017 or part of the one. For many candidates, a boy, a one. Say we are free party so as a leader. Then you find by the professor. One more minute. A confirm almost speaking say 2024 and part 2024 by. Like I put by no friend Bisanga Analytica, they stated this claim. Say, no person said, Sebastian President Mahama, Echo Farmer Amena, so Luso, or Union, Mameno, engaged in the year, the candidate, any successor. Anna, Sebastian Mahama and tell me, or best number 2028. It's an argument. A balance, let's say party, and I won't perceive the one. If you are why you are doing that, if you are would 4 years, I'll be quite next year. No one can control party. What person would you will be or better, many parliament popular. Let's have a part. What's any opportunity as other contest in what's how the Diakonana as a party leader? Because your party leader. You best throw her. I'm on a throw. You will call conferences and go. Next, I know, I know now, and you would then name on not saying this is power now. It is what percent this is in I was so too dear. Or one man a Bema and this year. na yehu sampa ko ni wa ebi asomasi ne ho ne mo ka se meni obi a se bi amaame ne beba ye wi a ne nyina ye kwotena fi bi a na se I have to say, one person will be party in the next as one personal interest now, and then one party in the these are the comments. Who share a report now here, now, so when you're copying now, and this is one of the one cancer. It's a balance. One year of the time campaign, Emma, when I'm in Swati, I say. I'm not depending on what cancer, where you use what okay. We need okay, where we need a enti da no so ya sentebe a e what the NDC for support the bia wo hwini ye enye me na me ka o ma amfani fo do na ankomo o mu ani Ghana fo do na ankomo a o mu na me de
what are your thoughts about Mahama predisposed to selecting somebody from Ashanti region up to 60% of his analysis and then 40% from the eastern region? And do you know of personalities omubetimi attractive votes Asante Diamano to choose Omwa and a personality bit me attractive votes Eastern region Diamano?
Of 2021 year ne Israeli pa no so meaning what gan there before no account on your funny trend and no cost to be here on a purpose of comfort. A chain master him who do one crash at PSS or no more pen. No, the things were fun at that one. Upon
for you, upon for you, beer, Ubet with the Negina Asantea, rank and far, no what it stands for politically. Ubet me de a year numbers, no, Abeka Mahama, the Juana.
Fatu to study, who say on your type, Mutel, who will meet the Musedia, you will be a Kasan. But dear Bakwa, here, a bear to say Obama game. Since Open is of an confer and the Poguzo and 34 focus. So what the app on Okotoa within 1 week, a Yipa will be young and young and better. A banner, a money marketing, any NDC marketing, a bit easier. So I say, and for 4 best finding out, oh, Papa, no, something not here. Something not here. Okay, where we are commando. After you lose 2,000 now, call that, you know. A chair of our own comment and then performer. Sabe Pepena or Confucian or Buddha, because Confucian you'll be a catastrophe for your near dinner time. Who will be one? Or you'll be swallowing a car, service, or you would the next transfer. Yeah, I'm removing some local government here and dinner, or you'll be a happy mobile. And you just any part of time. Now, Obi for minutes or yet this year. What not a pa? My home did this chair as a bossing or sharp. But the records or Honoma will be a better modern sort of a the personality, the words of comporting or conducting is true in the bank, a Bema NDC, and on comfort state. Then this is some will be passing, and no, the agriculture better and no Babuapa. And you know, it seems that Mahama will be flat and man. A better thing that Bawumia will be was anti-man. As you said, and the Pokua break and say, now, Bawumia will be was anti-man. The Ben will be 8 years. Yes, we are the shame of party. Medical has said, Time and again, tribal politics will be out there in Yanni.
And Mamma Santiabium said Dr. Bawumia choose Sufri Asante Regina. Asante for the cancer, the Ben Dana. Yes, we need Pano.
Mahama so the 4 years not 1 year the Yaba.
I didn't know who free said Dr. Bawumia between the Eastern and Asante region on your day.
Maybe as we go the Fedi power Asante man, but so Fedi power Asante man, the Fedi the Anata Mahama ball for Sudia. Bawumia the
just a form upon for some answer.
No, upon for now, you feel a better one. Asante for the below on a boat for me now, but it is a pump of body here. Pay you should why I didn't have to do it. I mean, cut on the buy we need party there. Yes, any I didn't put that you call that campaign platforms near the left for no, we did that in my name. Amount for who is the perception of her. And for first, Mahama. wokɔ fɔmpa na nkɔfoɔ bɛka no koraa nkɔfoɔ kyerɛ president mahama nti so woanyɛ wɔ bi a sɛbe ɛhyɛ fibia ni ne ho ɔbia go sampa sei na ɛkɔ de a ɔfa wokɔ kama mu a ɔfa ko ne american nti ahwɛ saa nneɛma no nyinaa sɛ du hɔ nom a
but wobɛka no sɛ ɔpɔmfo so a wokan na ɔka sɛ wadi disi wɔ boase odi disi kyɛn wɔ ɛyɛ tepa ɛna wayɛ local government minister ɛnso so ɛda na bɛka no sɛ typically no ɔpɔmfo so ɔnyɛ santini o so yɛ wasani so din ɛkyekye mu yɛnkyerɛ
ofiri trɛdɛ kò akonnwa koraa wɔ trɛdɛ ne mmɔ ne papa no kɔ wasa te sɛ meme ti wei ɛfiri saa sɛ ne papa afiri ɔyɔko nti mɛtumi akɔ ɔyɔko akɔkɔntɛnse but megye makonnwa megye no wɔ saa se saa na ɛti wopɛ akyɛke paase no yɛ
nti ofiri yɛayɛ trɛdɛ ha yɛa
ɔpɔmfo so no ɔkate across 3 regions ne nyane former Yoko chairperson na director ne Kwakumote.
Kwakumote lawyer.
Ofuko senior no. Omo le sa ni ne papa ansa ne papa ware omo nti. Omo nyina ye niafo. Na Kwakumote ne ofuko plan e sebo ato.
Nzo mu nua ketua ba akon ne fe no eye Iyamote no no Ghanaian Times.
Ofuko senior no omo. Nti omo o fa chance regional wodina ho. Ofa Western regional regional, Uko Bota regional regional.
Okay.
I feel the advantage am NDC.
Okay. Now say Mahama say 40% from the Eastern region. Why not do any business no?
Eastern region is the next time of Islam for na the case here. For no make cafe and fan of. Now so when the party now politics now yeah. A group of MPP for no mind to say my One do makoko court liberty say opa brochures are obi ne nsabe ni mwane a o ma ne long road wa no akena ba e do time we here na ko campaign na wo kokko na wo koye ne.
What's your view of Julius Debra?
Offer men person be campaign
yo man
support Julius Debra because of incendiary and hunting.
Okay,
men person be can public
right. Na but we say so there na o cast or you we impugn on as a baby a negative be
offer and pamen koko na wo ma wo bi wo ni enu timi ame ye say MPP for yes man why say you be do that you know we be put in the no just am friend in yoko
oh we yes we as ofuzo ampofo mu hia se ebo ne din ne abo ne din ntimi ye hwe Dr. Bawumia in the Asante region ususu hwan
yeah we no your friend family and friend napo ana tutu ana was 8 months ago omo ne yedi omo di initial assessment year 2021 2022 but say consider Joe White name that I guess the party that is yes but ebeya diama Bawumia say ebeya ne dagen Bawumia dagen no on running mate no do so say president Mahama dagen and you know
I didn't Bawumia benya dadwene efa selecting a running mate from Asante
say kwa ni pani na ya bubu di say the obi e belobi o ana spirit ni na no so ma ya to say wanye na po na efo e ofa wo de won ta mo to social media wanye na po na efo abasa nti abaso anfa na po nzo anfonzo akoye bibi o so enti no efo no ensem ho
a suggestions is say napo ye kikiri kakra wo you know say ne temperament
I know the omo kanda unze na polo de enya be kwatia no panya waka no za se bia kan fo mpesa nipa omo bibi what is na metre no wo hwe ya report wo kwedu ga jom so ya snobbish o nim se ne sabi ta nipa omo ke kan nti ba ne se be ha and if you want to the be campaign and the obi a be nya yi ya be kan
enti ma men kinka message na yamfa anya yi me nua ba ko we lawyer panyini pa we chini ba o say if the MB chooses an Asante as BIP, JDM will be forced to drop Nana Jane and choose an Asante to remain competitive. Movement for Change has more freedom of choice. He can go north, east, central, Volta, or Greater Accra. Very interesting times ahead. It will movement for change in the 20th actually. But then the assertion said, Dr. Bawumia yi free Asante pe na ese wa force JDM hands also to choose from Asante. What do you make of that?
And I'm interested. Yes, any specific unit there. I think on Asante member about one system on the percent charge. No, that's offer. My evidence is to say, a city NDC blend. President Lawrence and a call cancer. Or yan Santi.
Oh, you futuni.
Huh?
I kaya a futuni.
Nasa a central region. I can't free one or President North or central region. President North President Muhammad Bakali. So the central region or candidate and now I'm in at I know it's good, President Ron Mahama for central region. And the charter. And it's after President Mahama for central region. And if you have added, every company for them is added central region.
But so okaso onyina na Jane. Minyi ni sabaya de wan bia de ama na Jane no.
So offer. So when you ma me na de bo NBC ni kure wo.
But na ma me no so no ha no sa say John and choose because I was share from 1992 time be NDC yi running mate na anye yi a yen repeat no. Wrong no. And Nana Jane would have been aware of this. And Nana Jane so at the age no said usika no e be also ni adwene bi say obe take over from John. Say in active politics say John no Ebevai to become the leader of NDC.
And only the other two of thought to know adwene say enunti president Mahama person was dey connected or adwene bi say obesan ba bi obi use no aka ba bi. And there's an NDC, you know, so John Dramani Mahama na ma. Why na mo wa or what that clout or what that national recognition? I will bet me the numbers is here by expert say Obaba be winning over Dr. Muhammad Bawumia. Of our NDC. Now NDC they winning probably.
Bubo mi mamiti.
One more contest here. If you Gabra no more contest, then you be out with the beginning.
A cosplay Gabra.
Me no more contest.
Me just say a cosplay Gabra di na boy.
Me say so account of contest here.
And I remember, me just a Gusitano no 2 person just say a cosplay Gabra Gusitano and nobody will start number a political arena. No, as my back, as my can go on, Mamma Siafim.
Make a faba, make a penny, it's flying now.
I hear for you, I hear for you.
I fly,
Sylvester Mensa.
1 million now. One hour for 2 million hours.
Oh, German, apart from John Dramani Mahama, why na NDC one okuta that national appeal and a clout equate sir.
Or funny, what President Mahama to one way national appeal. So on national appeal, the Indian contest independence near the Tubelinia.
Yes, sir.
It is up one takra. And you have Takrano Namanayaka, the NDC Namanayaka. Oh, Casacron, you know, baby, and Climuse. And with that, NDC will be together.
Oh, it is
a bar. Or I would to a whooper 90 to force to say, by a bad market to my popular. It's part to Nama President Mahama.
John Mahama is not bringing anything onto the table.
What did he do? But I mean, that's one for the dinner. But the castle with that one, and this is any farm, and you want amongst
the contemporaries, you know. Why now would John Mahama see in China? And this bit me did not bar. And if elections were held today, obe oye popular beyond 7 regions.
Of a sabri idea. Asema wo ke wo bia nim se ye ni obi sa.
Atimu ni bisa dia mo fa mahama ne sa.
Mama menka samra. Ye 1 year we ana ade be matatu obi. Name say omo ma ye planning for self-sa. Say the President Mahama 2016 will be and won't go be one. And ye gave be some George Baya and the popularity the be a year.
Jata.
Make a father offer. And your party in a many fire.
Who needs to say any?
Vice President Bawumia by and will be any.
And the 16 years in here.
Yeah, someone President Mahama by how many years? 2008 years. President Mahama by NDC as a vice presidential candidate. 2008, how many years?
Okay, it's a family member.
What a plan I didn't start here. The people are popular.
Oh, danger for what?
Me na me catch offer. Na say political candidate that is involved.
Master P or London or some country was there. By now, we experience you should know say politics is seasonal. It me uncle a year who can say MPP for are making inroads in the northern region or mu figures are eba na yen show 5 northern regions ni nyina ka bomwa popular figures no numbers no NDC John Dramani Mahama EBT na Nana Danko Akufo-Addo 400,000 votes. Sa 400,000 votes no John Dramani Mahama EBT na Nana Akufo-Addo no. How do you expect Mahamudu Bawumia to overcome sa 400,000 no?
Of America, because okay trend now. NDC president running to blend now NDC dominating all this region. And NDC blah Bawumia they are running into NDC for say at it was 2%, 3%, no part check it. Open check it. Ama do the cry no. Regions need the block of empty candidates now more NDC for contest. We need to be able open check it me boa. And to start no plan or yet landing no. Now all the winning figure candidate.
A specific question I'm busa on is say. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Colossus. John Dramani Mahama beating Nana Akufo-Addo in the 5 northern regions to the tune of over 400,000. And I'm asking you, how do you expect Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to overcome that 400,000 deficit, in the upcoming elections?
Of an American say, a better man this war because of one year dance into so close to government, I had that type in black and white disability. It is a strong emotional and also, and of my own reasons to say, MPP for their Asante region, one council, 9 regions vote are NDC for Benya. Opa check it.
Now, we actually, and the BBC, as my baby son say, and then a graphic, watch it twice. Say, of debate me, I can say, 3 aspirants lace up boots, and on name Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and on name John Dramani Mahama, and on name Alan Chamati. So why did you discount Chamati at the beginning of this interview? If indeed, what the Ashanti region figures, Babe cancer more. Now, consider say, be Ashanti region, MDC, MPP.
Butterfly, butterfly, you know, I want to the country.
No, I am metaphorical. Miamra real numbers. Okay, so butterfly, a year trematin. So what to me a coco jina kumasi. Say or ye a jumabi. Now what to me a year would nipa 30,000 up to 30,000 and our Bible register or Boise and your friend is saying Kumasi. And Nedria Yeka say in the Greater Accra Teachers Hall between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Normal register 27,000. Nipa da ho asan lie. Omo register. And on what basis? And what they discount no metaphorically say
butterfly in Soto ya ultimate. What's the meaning of that? Tell us.
Of our Ghana politics now on. We are there, NDC, MPP, dominate. Yeah, 50 parties. Yeah, Obeda Samoa party. One name Francis System, the position. Obeda Samoa can popularity to serve the Francis System. Cliché of a woman of a position. Say 2 political parties. When you watch into the Kluma Party party, one would be brought for 10 months. Me, I'm a man who can do as a man running. So kind. Ain't he offer maybe
na a butterfly no a lunch Martin or what party?
That's what film are organizing on any party and different.
Oh, come on. A PhD student, you don't do that. Nipades what in the movement? What in the movement? Gather and growth. Now PhD student, I know about say the way they say party and what here. Man, yes, sir. Now you know beyond this. Me too.
Chairman King. You know, person. Yes, political power no open.
Also, as an independent candidate until political party.
No, offer independent candidate. No, say you know what he Uncle deep constituency and traditional education. I have power no open. And I'm a boy.
Power no here.
I'm not sure, say, apart from these 2 political parties, NDC and NDP, what will be our part? For now, dear, some parties are dominating. Then what we are parties there and a movement there. I have been any part. Never do see a 2 banner president now. I'm not going to who you part now. Mama, example.
Oh, sir.
Nana kuna do agema wrong. Ye ni ba na enye. Mama wo beda samwa. E ko si say. Reform ba ye e ko si say. Yes, nya parties NDC assisting emu atiti e ko si say. E wo mu nyina eba. Enti no alankash. What the obepo, say you pia don kokora wo party. So no so nya nipa. Ala ayanga ni party. Other political parties, some of them.
So
NDP or MPP.
And let me busa say, I didn't know what was saying no. Ufri say, young twin and twas when you say Antobon Kuma a better nifa. So the parties could continue to be complacent. So Ghana for the Nyaya or Mobile and Nyaya and you prepared to over study say. Plan Ben will be there. Ghanaian constitution is.
Any consultation, and I was over.
That was
that 2 parties, you know. Medical cancer, what you meant to 2 parties, you know. I got to say, yes, a nation. What's the couple of the kind of family? You know, I was said, you're not third force, or Beba, or betting your ma, your baby, and your mind, piano. Obejina and now okay. I can't stand you, but and yet party yeah for 2 about. And a man said the cafe. Say you will uncatch 1 contest MPP. And now one could the appointment on an Ekufuad Wabem. And I wrap from day 1 was shall say, Memus MPP, Martina Martin, Yama Moya, and some Pata, Ghana for Blinkino. Name Cordia, they came home mother Boagana, the Abatina. Now, who call you? And I was the also over. And yes, I will be able to your stress. If you say, who call you, we need ya, Cabaya, Apafranto. And you know, Alanka, the Anoyano, young Tessia became the name of the cafe, young traffic. CM Plan said, if they are third force, you can't buy your fast and any other year. You're making a name of a better time. And yes, Sabri, and yet get 2 elections here at the winner. Third force we get to Ghana, so any possible.
True. Good. Also, so there, all kinds of my yani demo. You had record and a better war. They take your time and then study Ubia plan or deba. Said also the great transformational plan or deba no. Shishim, Dr. Bawumia also say food sufficient Ghana. The priority one also the vision or deba no. Shishim, John Dramani Mahama. Also 24-hour economy. A bit me ama yenyina ya creative federal wealth. Hwehwem and then as an analyst up to PhD level no. Tell Ghanaians what do you make of Ubia plan rather than hold on to the archaic thinking say MPP NDC and to mudi them who could actually Ghana for would you continue to profile MPP NDC
For now, the Ghana Yaman
you
be about if you say any power here or you see yourself or the new idea saver. Alanka to the enemy amount pointing to minister or you know who for MPP are buying a minister a do time or moving nomination for contest and or by even one contest election of crown of 10 and 1 can you make the impact? I want to want for I need you in the end you say what Ghana for the over. Nanka year Kaobeba.
okay
And you offer who say now Beba near the shop here. Yes, of ADAKABRI on Kojoni NDP, on Kojoni NDP. Musician Ghana and Team over. Who bring your support? You are much support on Yan.
okay
Now, what for Johnny? I didn't know what I would do. I feel now this one Ghana for someone I believe.
you
There.
it in the woman say as an academic but modernia ne boa Ghana for say Okoshe Ekufuado Aban the performance of Usu Free Yakuto as an Greek minister. Let's share the performance of Trematin as a trade minister and tell Ghanaians rather than say ye dia no fa Ghana for home way MPP way or your NDC. Ube say the real colossus no e bi Usu Free Yakuto ne tenwa as a Greek minister and now Trematin the tenwa as trade minister. But I say ya yen twa adwene nsi omo performance so sanka Kufuado so amfa na anye minister enka onya that opportunity enanka waye bibi mpo enna sa bibi oyeye no ye de aye nyina so aka se usani passments bi aye man chance obetimi aye bibi edi for now we will have further discussions further conversation behind the microphone but me do say right Pokoni Boateng ono a PhD student at a British university. They're majoring on security and intelligence issues. And yeneno ade enkomoyi. Amaliba aba betnase. The bua fu. E dey na mark rache fu okra che so ojon party bi na obi analysis no bo the candidate ni din ni ade a na je se ne bua fu ado no. John Muhammad dey na po Boateng kan ya obua fu amaliba.
Ofa mi nche tifo. Didi kind of we analysis nkom kana nkom didi nkom a woni abrenti idea. There are a lot of inconsistencies and loopholes in some Kano. And I don't see many of the Kano to be scientifically proven, so to speak. Over you see, Oman Peninda da John Jakum Kufo, Sabio Ofra Santimem Nkarie, Ea Santidishe. Obedi Gada Kunyo Sunfi Watch. Nanso hwe adwuma omampini da president Mahama eye wa santememu a enya de a omampini da kofo betimi de ne ho atoto adwuma president Mahama eye ho. In any case, so uko Ghana efanan bebia sabreya over amambu boni omampini akufo na bedi chelaje Mahamadu Bawumia enam wonso e de aba pensioners and pusika yentimi ntua na ban unilateral we take decision Ghana ye ka yentimi ntua ye ka ahochire wo man ni mu no sa ahochire no enima santini enenim muslimni enenim kwawuni enenim achimni enim fantini enenim sabe eveni ina yetimbi eni se nkwaje no be free atifido na aba yesom efra poye na eba ye kurom twitwe efra toye na asa na fo so na aba e de etije ni e Ghana fo ehia sisi asa de opem so santema wura kan no de Ghana fo hia ni adwuma ni Ghana fo hia ni ayarsa ni Ghana fo ehia ni apomoden se ndwuma beba kurom na manfo ye sika gom botum e de bi ahwe mma de bi so ahwe busua de Ghana fo hwe ina no. Albert Einstein can be or say no problem can be solved by the consciousness which created the problem.
Okay, Mami, just some 5 minutes. Now, despite media reporter, the home for Jackson, echo, Natwar, echo cover
this program of the Yellow Army. Na onka kakra franche. Odin for justice yamo ha.
Wamba John Gogo.
Na na anopai oko natural eco cover Yellow Army no. Send the sikoye.
Over and now pay no kuno ecobo non di natural Accra and a meeting academy Accra. Na through on na obo branch and Mabawa and it's Yellow State actually mean vote for and vote Alanche Martin and the actual idea for President 2024. And I was saying one chair and also a year Apocosta there I can't yellow no and also actually vote Alanche Martin and the branch and Mabawa is here more on Tani Actor Matareno and we say vote Alanche Martin on a general butterfly at the actual movement for things. And that show Ghana will rise again. Movement for change, Ghana will rise again. Now, for two nipa or now, Bobay no Krokobo today. Now, a nipa now of 2,000. And the name of Ranting anything going on almost 4,000 and almost so Babaduo. You might need to say now about 10 and don't drop our bench to my 8 to a Cobon Simetriapa. And you might know a sharp here. Of I said, you made any chance, yes, I know, do not for dining in Ayama. You call Island if I bear 2,000 or no do Ecobot, no do any funnel. Not dining, not for time Takakano, not a seal in a album, not a solo, a month for a shot there, El Proso. Of I don't make as you say so. A year, a branch or D, you may dinner and say, Map Ranted in the year lawyer too. The cats I am welcome address. Now, some say, and fear by a Jusia and a chilling and Dr. Kwame Nkrumah at 10 who free party be a good enough content for and also 10 party. Now we need election every year man and she only did is a history every repeat no say a few a year around for you to Martin and free party at 10 when there a idea when you say will be in as I said, one brand tends to say, I near more penal, Ura Lanche Martin, and the bit me decide near Manamomo. A brand can airpay and Yuma, and I say, one pay a car, say, Oria, with the my brabo, and the same manner of Openo, Ura Lanche Martin, and the bit me, and decide you might give me in Amomo. Or did this Ura Lanche Martin, idea of one day, and I saw a young word to my buyer there, oh, beauty, and you might be brand and Baba news with you. What did you say a year and I tell my baby a moment? Side to make it and after starting now open. Or for around for you, Martin, and so Betty, simply at the next them to Janova, next them no, Kaka making born to find a person a day again. New Dick, I was say, Ghana needs a new plan. Or say Ghana ain't enough plan football, and yet plan a bail field at the Asaya by a fourth Republic NDC, extra 16 years. MPP and so 16 years. On plan back on nobody back, and it's plan the same thing. And they say, almost a baby here. Nidika or John Dramani Mahama, and you'll be a Ghana for or bear president of Ghana for him, send you see a theater. And I'll say MPP so at the Linia Katua or Bawumia Eba. Bawumia after the Ornella Nado, and you want to pick. And she said, I got to about 2016. Bawumia and the president and the vice, they are one ticket. And she idea of Bawumia, and then another Nebu Mana Baby Stably. And the idea of Propia Niva, or Bawumia, or the Eba. And she said, Bawumia Eba, now the Rajon, Domani Mahama so bad, and we in any moment that. Because in the MPP, I don't mind, say, Nanado, a better now, so I can't about and see what you know. Only on my own mind, and it's Bible minus idea in offer near Tosco, or say, we should think about the survivor of the country, not survivor of the party. Living on it, all your political parties are a baby of mine or two. I am now almost mine, almost getting from better winning election. Any party needs to survive the next election, and no more getting home. But in Pensu, I get to them, was saying, you find a guinea so mine the survivor, near my name, near my Kobagina, you can get on mine, the survival of the nation, not the survival of the political parties, and no, and on the two jobs. Over near Tosco, or say, ɔno owura Lanchematen gyina sɛ independent candidate ɛno nti ɔnhyɛ obiara sɛ ma ɔnto ma ne party as parliamentary candidate bi wɔ area kɔkɔto ma obi a ɔpɛ MP a ɔpɛ ne mfa wɔn ne party wɔ na emu sɛ ɔpɛ president deɛ a bɔ mmɔden asɛ ɔbɛto aba no ama owura Alankɔdwo Kyerematen ɛsiane sɛ ɔno na ɛbɛdwene Ghana ho ɔno na ɛbɛka Ghana bom ɔno na nea Ghana ayɛ no ɔbɛtumi de aba ɛno nti nnipa no deɛ ɔkɔ akɔto aba a wɔn a wɔka kyerɛ mmeranteɛ sɛ ɔkɔto aba a MP bi a ɔwɔ ɔpɛsua so hɔ anaasɛ ɔkɔnsuranti hɔ no sɛ ɔyɛ NDP na apɛ sɛ NDP na apɛ na ɔnti nkwan na emu nkae sɛ sɛ di president aso na akɔto aba a ɔbɛto ama owura Akɔdwo Kyerematen ɛsiane sɛ ɔno ɛna ɛbɛtumi abɛyɛ ɔman no ɛyie ɔbɛnti nsɛm a owura Lanchematen ɛde tu gya no so ɛno na ɔakyerɛ sɛ ɔno ne campaign a ɔyɛ no ɛyɛ mmeranteɛ ne mmabaawa no ɛna ɛredi campaign no anim nti ne campaign a wama so saa abere no deɛ mmeranteɛ ne mmabaawa na ɛde kɔ na ɔda mmeranteɛ ne mmabaawa ate sɛ wɔntumi atu wɔn ho asi hɔ sɛ wɔbɛyɛ campaign ɔse wɔn a ɛbaa hɔ nyinaa na nyɛ adeɛ asɛ bi yɛkɔbaa sɛ ɔmo na ɛde ɔmo baeɛ na emu ɔmo ankasa na ɛfɔ ɔmo kaa ɛde abɛbɛduru ɔde na ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔmo ani abere sɛ ɔmo pɛ sɛ movement for change no ɛyɛ adeɛ ɔbɛdi ɔban no so na ɛyɛ ɔban no yie ɛno nti ne nsɛm a awie ɔde tu gya no no.
Yo, Odihunfo Jackson, yɛbɛde wo ase paa.
Baba m sɛ meda.
Right, nti Odihunfo Jackson na ɔno so movement for change for program a ɔmo yɛ o teachers hall ɔno so ɔde abrɛ yɛne. Amaliba na wɔ hɔnom graphic puts it out there. Ɔsɛ 3 aspirants lays up their boots ɛna ɔde John Dramani Mahama Dr. Mahama de Bawumia Alan Kyerematen ɔde put to the ato hɔnom. Alan predisposed to choosing somebody from the Volta region or the Savannah region. Dr. Mahama Dr. Mahama de Bawumia 60% of the time may choose from Ashanti and 40% of the time they choose from the Eastern region. John Dramani Mahama 60% of the time may choose from Ashanti as the running mate, and then 40% may choose from the Eastern region. Amaliba, what are your thoughts?
This regionalization and fragmentation of the Ghanaian people, no. My concern is to have a formidable government led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I will be to solve the problems of Ghana. The quagmires, babya, yababedruno, obitme yefrim. And the Nipa President Mahama feels say, no nyansa and insusie, any party form, party pinning for the can form one can be a woman, and yansa mono. When a bit me about chidom, see, we should focus on competence, not where the person comes from, not which region he belongs to. Even President Mahama of East region. So when you're running mate, if you North-East region or back home.
What's it, President Mama of the
North-East?
Sir.
He's a Ghanaian from a North-East region.
Mama.
The Savannah region, sorry. It's North-East. Savannah region.
Now,
you end up tricking me.
Union.
As we know that they are Homason and Honu. Wait, I call it too. Of our quality, why I call it too. No, be never. Or no. Savannah region, what? Anyway, we know more peculiar issue, no problem. So you'll be on free Savannah region, whole cramp or be born a chidom. Now, what you mean, some minor shebrea? What is wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong. So, and this attempt to divide the country along regional, ethnic, political, being kind of saying, religious, and tribal lines are very dangerous. Very dangerous. I think Article 35 clause 5, right? Says that the state shall, take necessary steps to ensure the integration of the people of Ghana. Under the constitution, I imposed as a statutory duty on the state to integrate the people of Ghana. It is because the framers in their wisdom are taking full cognizance to the fact that the polarization of the countries along certain lines, either ethnic and political lines, will not help us. That's the M1 near Persia building the formidable society based on our collective interest and diversity as a country, on our common goal of building a resilient society, which everyone will reap the fruit of the society, then why the need of where ADAKABRI comes from? Why the need of where Mini Penny Nake comes from? Or where Amaliba comes from? At the end of the day, Ghana said, yeah, President Mahama Bem, Osikejiti market, Abua, Osikotokro market, Abua, Ositabali airport, Abua, Osikejiti, or the same, Terminal 3, and others. Who could do Terminal 3? Do you need to produce your party card or your tribal affiliation? That is not the case. That's not the case. So far, as for those arguments, to me, I believe it falls completely, and we don't need to allow that disintegration to continue, because we are setting the country on the dangerous path which can explode on our faces in the years to come, which I believe we must all work hard to avoid that. Now, like I was telling you earlier, baby, I got a however be dream. I didn't create our problems. I didn't mean solve. Honorable Alankojuchi Martin, mi bunupa because of Nekan demeanor, and I was expecting say 2024 elections are kono. The leading political parties, all things being equal, Honorable Alankojuchi Martin should have led the MPP. So they bear the political space, be so serene, near running on the basis of policies. Unfortunately, Antimian Kobanasa. That notwithstanding, Odasujina Akansi anymore. But the presence in Akansi quite tougher for him, because was on one can justify the whole. Say, baby, Bruno, no one yet part of the economic management team. Dr. Laji Mahamadou Bawumia, the incumbent vice president, establishment na bol chido mo pie na de na bedu sam pempen show we no wono no koja simpie show immediately after 2017 no kind economic management team no say omo ye solid team. What a solid team. That was his own claim. Honorable Alankojuchi Martin na the D1B, the vice president himself, vice president and the chairman of the economic management team. What has been the impact of that solid team on the collective welfare of the people of Ghana, to the extent that only 2022 more than half a million of Ghanaians were put below the poverty line or were put into poverty due to and then Mahamadou Bawumia, the vice president, and the MPP candidate was saying food sustainability on the policy. Food. Really? What have you done over the last 8 years or so, over the last 7 years as a chairman of the economic management team? I don't think, see, as Laji Mahamadou Bawumia, come on, Alanina boom, because they are part of the brains which have created this problem. And these two brains will put together. Either of them is not the solution, but rather the exacerbation of the problem they have created to be the worst than ever. In any case, the vice president himself, on one promise of General Simpie Suemai, one village, one dam, one this, one factory, $1 million, let's get a call. And others. These are the developing issues that we are going to concentrate on in the coming days. And I think that only say the highest crime under the constitution is treason. We is treason everywhere. Another highest crime is MPP firing a candidate for the 2020 elections. And worst of all, not less a person, Malaji Mahamadou Bawumia, because he hasn't been able to prove his worth in the Ghanaian political space under the current dispensation. And he shouldn't have been the president to lead.
I'm Maliba Kingsley Haruna and Otin Wakasai. He belongs to the NDC. And then Nana Kwajo Yabua also belongs to the MPP. Nana Kane, I don't know the friend. Nana?
Over.
Mahama, more like 60% from the Asante region. So
one you fair to me. To boss a Mahama, you running mate, but me, you running mate from Asante region over Sabi me free, Wagadugu. I want mommy.
Also,
running mate.
ADAKABRI so called running mate. I'm fair. You know the program.
Over one can review.
Last week no bebe sra me.
Okay.
And that was me.
No.
Was me hwe na manko baby oni yesa akọ.
Your Excellency.
Was me hwe na manko baby oni yesa akọ. This is ya bia so otwe na so na oni ba panyini.
No be can it.
You be can.
Over the campaign the presidential candidate. You have the force to say mo nyina so na me so bra.
And Mahama, 60% of the time expect to take a running mate from the Asante and then 40% from the eastern region. And then Dr. Mahama Bawumia, 60% from Asante, 40% from the eastern region. Afrafranto, Alan John Kojuche Martin, 50% from the Volta region, and then 50% from the Savannah region. What are your thoughts?
Over, it does a bit, no much any affirmative for you. Any Oma on social media. Na offer ayi ansan meba ho no okay last week nkomo bi ayi no ansan ye koto ya bai meze course amenya was nkomo na edi last week ho no so kan nkomo ne de
nyo pare ansan
na ya wa
eni ensi akire
na ya wa da roman so okate a particular portion
and odi to
and odi atum na manfo frem no mu twoma da pa
umfa wini
and I'm saying man declare support mpu ne me declare support dey again easy. Yeah. Because my friend in Azana him say why jina neutral say undeclare support. And then afraid ya see him say wo kan ko baby. Na me say utie na ne na me boni wan twa from the beginning no. Now better say be chire say I'm not speaking on behalf of any candidate or aspirant. But the truth I mean minimum about the issue no and I want to discuss. That's all. Nothing but the truth. Yede ya me asese
ya safo ne maame abrefri ma de eja
se eja one ne maame fa adwene na na me so kwa se ne maame na kate firi hodom de ma no onu so pia de trum
onu kra de be kire no so onye sa
kate ha no
so onu so open numbers
anyway so mo ayi be se wo to na ayi abrefri ma na ne asafo mo hwe wano na ebe pa no ne de ya de wano mpa no mo bofu wano pa na betie Omo de me go to Ghana webs of me say the Ghana sika no mfula. Edis ni ada Roma no buza se na mo bobesi agbagba mo de dey. Enam so unim de dey. Ye de ka bam kutu unim de dey ya. Omo de no mo makotu. Ofa enti so hwe analysis ya na one one is a professor or doctor?
Amache Boating.
This is the owie ya ansana.
A PhD friend student.
I didn't say try so be corrected the baby, but eja de ono na dwen so be kan no ana.
Na me correct no dey.
Yeah, na correcting was a certain statement. I mean me friend a street statement.
Street statement.
Street statement. As a PhD student no, na me expect to be making certain comments saying a thing to say and or say yeah, David. Baby I me mete no as a young politician no of a year no be see much kakra yesua enema bebre na otenachiri na hwe se de enema si kona ye de wogidie kase se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be wonders at the NPP be wonders but ye nyina ba bia nso right Alan Chematin off say the movement na what ye no of a entimi nya impact bia ebetimi nya impact ye be ya fam no ye be ya fam de ne ya adwumaden ne dia hoden ne dodo na ye mu dodo na be kwa akotene asantimamu ni asantimamu fa akokasa se esro mo nto mo MPP ntwene enkonkofa sebe bibi fufuro bia emekeka mu ya anya careful de mensem bia ngrofo bi keka edidi yetirimu a ofia ni bebe ho so no na unin se ekwa election se ngrofo bibire so no fa ngrofo se da sponsor mo so mo kansem bi wotwa na timi ode o bia na professors ni nyina se doctors ni na se e bia na sponsored ones ni bia na afi utima ko complacency ubehu ane na afawase so media memegidi yese empenifo ya bomudin eye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia former president John Dramani Mahama honorable Alan Kojo Martin. These are the three main forces say omayomuti me wogidi kase se eba no main party NPP mu a it is possible of what ye it is possible say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be you be from the Ashanti region.
Yeah.
Na wa partner no. Obobo mpanyimfo bi din. But I'm say my name's of also be writing it off there. Is it Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was a personal relationship with somebody in the Ashanti region of unim baby or near faso? A personal relationship. Utunu atiem. I don't see a politician. Or you see you are one of the government institutions nibi. Oh, you are down for Yonko Brebo for also Yonko. Hey, I'm assuming of a kind. Who name the relationship between you and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? Have you considered pairing these two people? Digitalization agenda, and these are the two main people are more championing. Ura Tefa. Ghana card.
A Canadian university.
Yes, schoolmates. As our digitization agenda, no. These are the two main people are more championing. But they are doing coho because a Pierre Bontain said Napo, James Sabonsu, Mousa a regular offer, or the mere a lawyer upon to John Kuma. And so Abekanwa. I manage Jamie who said John Kuma Sudia ba race in him. No, I was happy because
he's a young man to
the young ones, you know, I see a man's opportunity near some.
A Duchum is more like it.
Of sometimes, a din bebre pie of a my analysis in bebre way and this was shadow or partner, but young for more so many soon yes me no better boom sao. Ye here said yes, any dear you.
Oh, just up Esla.
Menim say also analysis no the Eslu swaka ho.
She could be the surprise.
It been also working.
It remains to be seen. Dr. Bawumia is his own manner. Osla Emma. But Oscar
if Dr. Bawumia is
his own manner.
Of Dr. Bawumia is someone's man. I don't get it.
They say if Dr. Bawumia is his own manner.
What is that? Of so ocean here. Maybe GD say surprises basic. It be another able bomb because from where I sit, now me share the relationship between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and of a kind of a Kenatifa. The possibility said that relationship, cordial working relationship, no more for many years, no. Be pushing it on here high.
The surprise you could have other kind of reactor and answer Osla.
The same way finance minister as well.
Shut that.
Mr. More for you. Of a white of a bango to a journal, one of myself go fair. Of a anti-social. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia picky will be from the Ashanti regional. It's a plus to the NDC, MPP. Because a hundred years majority vote, no, if free. You recognize all my dream, and the choir of us MPP, Bedi, President Bebu Minor. Mijidi say, a babuanet mia kanta. Butterfly movement now. Sorry, I say what's anti-memono. And it's a certain voter. Sometimes this is for Sutiminya. Was anti-memono. Mijidi say ye piki will be from Ashanti region now. A baby wine dancy beko Eastern region. Osha the NDC year. Say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia piki will be from the Ashanti region.
Dr. Bawumia the way to describe Eastern region.
Yeah.
Or said the fortress of the MPP. Eastern region, no. Or say Eastern region. The fortress of the MPP.
A regime beyond this castle.
It is that word, no.
As we speak, the fortress, and because the woman lead your mind as we speak. Eastern region, a president or this we hold free. Soon to me, my Eastern region for fortress and come baby. Table the same gusu but you see a new flag bearer. You better see a queer name never cause why a fortress. But the point is that said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Enya Peke running made from the Ashanti regional. First of all, NPP selecting Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you are killing the vision of John Dramani Mahama no okasi be use Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ni adampo no. Na MPP ya can for party. You invest in for nyehwe. You prove to NDC any obia no believe in that knowledge ni say enya no kre. NPP a political party ya ji obia tum. Into by a party ni ma ya create whole office Nasara. Ehwo ne nuanom kramufo ene sebe esrofo no so omu play at the polling station level, constituency level, regional level and at the national level.
Maybe as obeka esro wa men to sebe. Let's say directly.
Okay.
Oto sebe pe.
I mean a different thing. No, that is not the case. That is not the case. Ofa, enti se wo hwe MPP me say I'm say Dr. Amachana na needing command or catch us say wo hwe if you kwa Ashanti region. Now heard the NDC executive in the Ashanti region. Ashanti here wo me dey. But the northern region now MPP executive or northern region. Omu nyina free region ni mu. Uko upper easter omu nyina uko voter region omu nyina free ho. MPP penny political party your executives are picking your region any constituency in Crawford move free the same place, you know. But then this is a central region more NDC executive who didn't know. Abdul Rahman in Crawford move free central region. So almost person yes our tribal politics now. Me catch and go me I've prepared me nyabotres NDC from your NDC base in there. What's the Santini be running mate that? Of all be that. The political party any kwanza nke to ababa akokra ma no asantime man nke NDC because omo mfa santifo anya hwe it is a tribal politics na NDC for person who play there ya prepare the bebo mu history a chiro ma mati but Sir Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nya pick a candidate running mate from the Ashanti region NDC does not have a choice of any the entire the American say NDC ye say ya de yentie de omo kana de nkrofo ka obonte say de MPP fo atimi abreki omo de no yesu ya mbreki ye de ya ofa ye to aba no munya 40% asreme. NDC have no choice than also to go to Ashanti region and pick a running mate. Say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia pick from the Ashanti region. Say de na munyina mo kana no kre they say nipa o free roll free range oban ni mo biama no so betimi pick running mate from anywhere a butterfly. I don't see the possibility say be obeko voter region high because butterfly as a candidate, you know, and yet about butterfly na me can refer to Honorable Alan Kojochire Martin. Ye nim say oko the OT and the voter region one of the strongest place for Honorable Alan Kojochire Martin. Enti me opeke running mate from the northern friends say voter or OT I will not be surprised. And I say obeko Savannah region. That's all for Savannah region they need him to grow.
And send person na abua no abesine.
Ana on in the sonam de.
Anenam.
Oh okay because movement dey mean share that thing in come be. Alaji Boniface.
Boniface any kutuma.
For me I believe in loyalty. Loyalty. And enye nipa nyina na abenye omo a at this crucial moment where the Boniface were the MP e NPP mu or where the sacrifices I want make you NPP mu no so better nyina egu no akodi independent candidate it should tell you something. The bond between these two people. And then the Anglophone can say so beko voter region so ebia no for the other any bunyo no honorable lunch Martin be pekino. And sure besa be two MPP symbol for bi.
Me ubeka we ati.
Wona aka. Observe sure besa ba MPP mu abetu ye symbol for ba go voter region. But I know say that one now Anglophone can it to be difficult because papa no adwuma wa ye although supporting the time and now ye call a friend say primaries no. But I doubt, say, as a sitting MP on the ticket of MPP, no, Obeka say, we jat to her, no wako di butterfly. But offer me when you maybe, I was a person, Miss Remy, MPP for name me and Nibre, near Sheni ye. Aya, ura, me a more for Wache Jako. Or trying to let us say uncle contest in Bimuno. Or Karasimbi.
Before I resign, wo makumam.
Osin kura alande wanya kukodro no de pen and CP person wa twra man so resign. But they are silent majority a. O ma resign o makumamu. O mo person be yi o mu di free party ni but o mu ni do ma party no.
Na uwa mu ho wanwa. Unum se ne fence afrafranto program o ye Nat House. Eye polling station executives o mo koji sika na anu ya no. Ebitim.
Eh. Ebi aso mo ko peskan so ho. Of every honest kind of God. Now, say in politics, you meet all characters.
Just can you imagine?
Character, be a person who be a politics.
Bako to abananu ya.
Oh, Father Kabri, me senior politics and community say, oh, young Kubrebo on the name, on the name, office. Where you mean you are kind of a winning the ya, no, what Father Kabri.
Or got to a baby, and I want your grandma, you know, elephant.
Oh, that's all for when the political movement, meaning is a political party code, no. Code bet me you never say because of call movement meeting. Because this is a movement, not a political party. What you saw MPP?
And what movement?
No, for as we speak, you know, you better go in America to pay NDC form, MPP form, PPP form, or be any power hobby. Kwanye ni pafufuro bi na alanche matindo mu free outside Ghana de omaba. Ghana for ye bi.
Dada no ha.
Dada ye bi na asori no makodi akiri.
Adwa kwaji sika na no me de ya. Na nne wuko. Na woti program.
Ofa ba konso timo no so je 40 cedi ni bi o. Mahama TNT no jibi so no so bi. So, me say in politics offer you meet all characters. Character bi e wu bi o wiase da. Uko politics ma obe hu bi. So, me there, minimi say NPP selecting Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to lead the party. No,
our yard do send him to what was Sinibu or police station chairman, and was Sinibu at the Chiremiamus Ampa, or so because what the Nipa 18.
Or no one can send a descend.
No, not send me.
Ah, so.
Or catch him so the Nipa 18 or
don't move free.
Or don't move free a crack constituency back. It's your no now.
I want people. Oh, for the picture, I tell you, me home, media home, so to watch you in a mitron back. Yeah, but you know, you have been here, over, you have been here, grow back, could say, because you mistake. Now, could you understand? Could see go Basati at the ending grow for you.
I'm Mali baby, deputy minister.
Aye, over.
Now,
I don't want to say, as I'm telling from Mr. Body, you go there. No,
or the deputy minister, no, I could hear the fish.
Hana Adekoi. Mr. NDC Bapa was saying, Ubonso Benya scholarship for school. I got to then you do UK. No, what you grow to me not to go. No, what go you kaba?
Amaliba so be worry deputy.
Na kan person me call that tangent no. Benanake ya kwa wonti ni ye.
Okay, yati ye asum.
I am so glad say NDC have forced the MPP to play, excuse me to say, nonsense.
Nonsense play.
Of course.
Sugar reasons.
Yes, you dictated place na maomo.
That's what you think.
Na me that's a pass fidie you sumo no mato. What you general national chairman?
Obeka.
Awo Onua FM. Was say amanfo so gentia. Edumu a yetuhye bakwasiansa. Na edumu ya kasa ruade wonu edum ja no.
Wonu edum ja no. Ade ade so no anu akoto agu.
Is going to take this election serious than any ever elections are. You have a contestant now that even in the future. You know why?
Tell us.
My man can be kakate. Yeah. And yeah, near cancer NDC sub you. And you chief for party you. Yeah, near can. In any case, you can account now. Don't run to hide in that account. Because of say account for the biggest ethnic group in the country.
Man can.
In any case,
what to be right?
Meba.
Of a metal man can.
In front of the force of the MPP. Fantini ba even national chairman Fantini na dibida. And then the Ori
first vice for central region.
Over me make omo vice or the chairmanship.
Kwaku boy grow ya Santino communication officer.
From that therefore, he encapsulated the two regions and then represented you. One pina kufa ne papa no ceremonial president of Infa, Chebi Abuakwa, Achima Abuakwa. 19 Yes, auntie.
Football boy.
O fa me boa no ko. Ene 2016 na Kufuor 4 2020 here we are here Achima na Achima Buakwa. And for the past
A transformer force, yeah.
A transfer here.
A more force. Yes, transformer force. Yes, and one of them goes on making.
When you not transform,
and it's transmogrified. No, me use the chairman transmogrified. From United Party to PSP to MPP, ABC net. I am from my farm, my presidential candidate out of this cycle.
No to prepare the good meter so if you because Basasi there is who could line so.
Okay.
And no can rule so na prepare the rule pound work on that soon.
Okay.
What transform me on mine no.
Oh yeah.
Enti and idea. Obeti ya get kado kike but for the chat one say.
Ayapon.
I say Biniaba.
Ayapon.
I was a foreigner baby. Do for Ayapon they make chat one say.
Ayapon.
Ghana for
Ayapon.
En so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mu.
Yapon.
No mo nyini ntumni ani ne nya adwuma.
Right. Yada Obia say from ADAKABRI Mahmoud Usioma. Nanake of the MPP na tenene earlier and Amaliba of the NGC eso tenene. Na ni nyina mu no yesura ma yakofie ne fie na yekɔ no Olakoku Michael one Abraham we era DJ foreigner omo de be kofie yada omo nyina ase papa